data
I got
bounty
it.
time.
I got
Okay,
it.
Rawson's got it. Never mind.
I got
Fuck
it.
me, I guess.
He's got it, everybody.
I've got it.
Me when the one who has got it is me.
Yeah.
Or otherwise known as I.
Yeah. So, hello everyone, welcome to another iteration of DBA Data Bounties, a spin-off or offshoot of our weekly tabletop game played in the anime campaign Epithet System known as Destruction Bench Agreement, taking place in that campaign's DBA database, which is a virtual reality landscape for pretty much everything regarding the tournament. People running it always need to stress test it, and fortunately for them, there's a bunch of DBA contestants that are always willing to help them out with that. And it's basically our way of justifying a challenge battle mode that functions in-universe. And speaking of those challenge battles, or data bounties, as we officially call them, we have the person running this one. We have Drake.
Drake.
Yeah, hey, yeah. I had a very weird idea for a bounty a while ago, and I just now got around to doing it. It's not technically done, but it's done enough. I don't know, hopefully you'll have fun or fucking something. I was distracted.
Yeah, you know. So, there's our funny GM. Up next, we have our players here for today. Hey guys, I'm Patronix or Austin, whichever you prefer. Today I'm playing sumo wrestler Kazuma. Haven't played him in a bit. Still hasn't shown up in a proper session, but it's all good. I can just
That's
keep
a
using
PC
him
at
in
least.
data bounties. But yeah, he's here. Don't have much else to say other than that. We got Ballast, who's streaming today.
Why, hello, I'm streaming today. Fuck, my brain is already immediately like, hey, dummy. But anyway, I'm playing Donovan, a funky, legendary swords wielder guy. That's all that really matters.
Yeah. Then we got Iris.
Hello, friends. I'm playing Resident Draconic Explosion Fire Martial Arts Lady Zenith Solstice. She's here. She's here to train. She's close to class 2. She wants to get even stronger.
Mm-hmm. Then we got Penny.
Hi, it's me, Penny. I'm eating food right now, but don't worry about that. I'm playing Red, not resident of an asylum.
Resident Evil.
Yeah, exactly. No, that's Hope. She's here. She wants to get a little bit stronger. She's getting up there in prof a little bit. She's getting close-ish. She's 37. Also, I felt like playing her. Also, she kind of knows Donovan through association.
Yeah,
What association?
I think they're both in the workout group, right?
Yeah, very technically, Donovan's in the workout group. That's just more like for formality's sake.
I mean, yeah. Kind of same for Red, but,
Yeah.
We got Poco.
Hello, I'm Poco. I'm quiet again today. And I'm playing DBA's resident consumable, Enev.
Hooray!
Consumable.
How many uses does it have?
Depends.
58.
How much?
59.9.
Technically
lost some of that.
57. Technically 57.9 right now.
For now.
Mm-hmm. And then last but not least, we have Roche.
Hey there, everybody. It's me. I'm playing Misty, the dog. She has her 5 foot, space of personal space where her dogs protect. If you get within this area, even God can't help you.
There you go. That's all of our players here for today. So if you're new around here and you're enjoying yourself and you want to know when, where, how, why, you can check out more of the stuff we're doing on this Twitch channel. Make sure to join our funky Discord server. Fine dining! There's the link. Join it.
There it is.
Whoa.
And with that out of the way, let's go!
Drake.
Yo, boy. Yeah. I was getting your thingy things and failing because I'm on the GM lane.
Yeah, it's just while we're in the dead silence right now. Typical Novice said, apparently, at least for this stream right now, one of the resolution options is 818.
Yeah, that's the reso option that happens whenever you're streaming, Bellas.
I have no fucking... That's so fucking weird, man.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? Poco's right. Yeah, that's about right.
And placeholder, they have already done that before now. In terms of using Donovan as a stabilizer. Also, let's see.
Are you talking about Enev
Yeah.
or something?
Oh, that's not good.
Yes.
We're not on that map,
Yeah.
Drake.
Okie dokie. Let me drag you over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm just now dragging you over. As I'll let you all roll Turner. And then I'll reveal this. As when you enter the data chamber, the first thing that happens is there's a sort of weird, like, fragmentation effect. Everything sort of distorts, becomes almost clippy, like in a bugged out video game. You know, to
Not
be
again.
expected. And disappears.
Ooh.
Oh, what the fuck?
Ooh.
All right.
Yup, this is near Automata. Oh boy.
There we go.
Hell yeah.
Then he's ready to go.
Hey, Austin, I might be critting a few times.
Yeah. I'm trying. I'm distracted everywhere, but.
No,
going.
please, sincerely, do not rush. It's fine.
Okay,
It's
don't forget
just
to roll
joking.
initiative.
I'm attempting to. Apparently, my initiative the initiative button is not working for me.
Oh, that's weird.
Wait a minute,
know.
green and blue. Wait.
Wait. Enev's melted the initiative button.
Wonderful.
Of course it has 404. That's fun.
Either Roll20 just doesn't want me to roll. I apologize if like 14 rolls pop up in a minute.
Mm.
So just set me to 0.
That's fine.
Easiest.
Yeah, Drake will need to add you those on first. Oh, no,
There
there you
we
are.
There's
Oh,
all my.
So,
the first one was a
15.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, Bells, do you want to go first, or should I?
Okay, so, Drake, are we doing the... Is there a thing where we have 1v1s, or is that not in this variant, just to confirm?
Not in this variant.
Okay,
Oh,
I
really?
misinterpreted it then a little bit.
Yeah.
Alright, that's fine.
It's all good.
Alright, in that case, I think you could go first, Bunny.
Alright, neat. 8.5.
That-
There we go.
Yeah, we don't... If blue data and green data are supposed to have their own terms, that has not been done yet.
They are not.
Alright, I'm just making sure.
Hey, so
So
I
is that
don't.
everything sorted out?
Yes, I don't know
Whatever
if
is over. Sorry.
I don't know if anybody has any sort of combat, so it would matter or anything, though.
No.
Whatever is over there isn't making sound. Is there like. What's going on?
Actually, I do technically have to start a combat. Thank you for reminding me.
Yeah.
So because most people know, but I'm not 100% sure if Drake knows the mechanics of Enev. They're basically constantly melting, and have a lot of debuffs. And one of the passives that Enev selected is
Yo!
not working apparently. Alright,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm
Passive
gonna go
name.
for it. Okay, apparently most of these are broken. I'll just use it from the sheet. Schrodinger's camera, which allows me to state that something is constant, and another thing that is
So,
what
no,
call
no,
it?
so,
Not uncertain. Thank you. It is basically that I'm trying to make it that it's certain that Enif is melting, but it's uncertain how quickly to try to alleviate some of the effects. And then the only other thing, just in the back of the mind, is that, of course, I don't finish these. Is that Enif has evolve and adapt going on, which is where they're trying to just survive they're trying to adapt to their melting state. It takes a long time, but that's happening in the background.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's all for me.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I don't have
I don't
anything.
think so.
Okay.
And Misty, there's like these
the first
weird
thing it
robot
does
things.
then is.
Oh boy, it's got a big aura. Oh boy, those
Big
got
auras.
little auras.
What is effectively a force field, kind of envelops around its form skin tight and then bursts outward to cover a large radius. And then on its turn, the main body is just not going to move. Boo 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 boo. Boo 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 boo. Those two are just gonna come flying at both Kazuma and Red. Red and Vinny, actually, both. And they're just gonna slam into you. Two
Gotcha.
hovering heads.
Alright, give me just a second. I just realized I need to...
Let me do a roll for both of those.
I assume Kazuma first, Red second.
Yep.
13.
What?
Oh, I was just writing out, just trying to check how many asylum owls I had.
I see, I see.
Alright. So, what is this doing exactly?
It's slamming at you with its body.
Okay, sure.
It's. Yeah.
Alright, yeah, you know, I'm willing to test this. She's Red's gonna try a new ability she got. Which will cost her stamina, and then she basically tries to put a restriction onto a target of her choice within 4 spaces, based on I've just put 13 AA that's just a note for me. Based on a random one of her asylum allies. So let's find out which one she gets.
Also, someone in chat asked, presumably just at these creatures' design, does Red get any trauma or anything of the like?
Oh yeah, that's a point. I mean, you might have seen her passive since you were doing stuff, but she does get trauma. So would the designs of these things give her any? It's usually not that fast to get because Prince is pretty strong.
Drake.
Oh, I mean, I feel like that'd be up to Red, right? If this was traumatizing.
You know, that's fair. I think these are slightly traumatizing. Definitely reminds her of the asylum a little bit, but like, I don't think it's like that crazy. So
I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's that bad. So she'll just get 1. Anyway, speaking of 1,
Haha.
haha, the asylum ally that she rolled, is Funny Hansel. You know, Hansel's kinda normal in a weird way, but I would say, because I have to make this up basically, I would say that the restriction they are put in place is that they start freezing, like, in place as ice sort of like encroaches upon them.
Yeah, you can do that. They weren't going too hard for you.
And then if Cosmo has anything as well.
Yeah.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and let's gauge how much damage these guys are doing.
Okay. It slams into you. And when it makes contact with you, you feel yourself as it pretty much stops dead. It almost transfers all of its momentum into you, and you go flying back 4 spaces.
All right. Let me hold on. Is this specifically?
Yeah.
Okay. This is part of this whole thing. This is a big one right now. But it is mentioned just in general at the very bottom of the ring segment that Kazuma just has a general kind of knockback resistance. So I don't know if that impacts it.
Yep. No, it would. You wouldn't be knocked back then.
All right.
They're not hitting you too hard.
How much would I be taking?
2 damage.
2? All right.
And then would Red and Vinny take any, or would the freezing be enough?
They'd be fine.
Neat.
All right.
Let me just mark that really quick. Where's this one? Cool. And the main body does nothing. Zenith.
Okay, well, Zenith is gonna square up against this big face here. Alright, these things are fighting, they're pretty freaky. Let's see how hard they can hit, though. And, she is gonna try to just do a basic-ass big punchy on this thing. Okay. That does not work. She misses. But, what I will do instead is, first of all, she is next to Kazuma and this hound, so I'm just gonna, touch both of them just in case for later. Oh boy. Well, since I failed that, there's not too terribly much I could do. Yep, alright, yeah. Alright, that's it for her for now.
Okie dokie. Misty.
Okay, let me just, by the way, do these things have any sort of, particular smell? Is it just, plastic, or...
They have no smell, and unfortunately they do not emit any noise.
If they don't have any smell, it's going to be real difficult for Misty to do anything.
Then Misty would be able to smell the absence of smell.
Well, that's
because, the
valid.
air would...
If you need help, there's one right past where my voice is coming from, miss.
Yep, right over here.
Okay, thank you. That's very helpful. She is going to just, think for a moment, and for now, she's just gonna try and go for, her regular basic attack. I don't have a token action for it, so I'm just gonna roll it from the sheet. Crunch.
Ooh, big crunch.
Hound shoots out, bite,
Gotcha.
then
Which one are you going
retracts.
for?
I think blue data.
The left.
Yeah.
This one, yeah.
Gotcha. Just do that for that.
Oh, we could see the stamina
Yep,
bar
you
now if that matters.
Go and bite it. You should not be able to. Let me fix that.
Alright.
Fix that on this one.
It was already fine on the other one. It was whenever you were editing blue data that it changed like that. I don't know why.
Alright, I'm gonna hang out a little bit. Yep, this is how this works. That's gonna be the end of Misty's turn.
These things don't seem so strong.
And just to confirm, the second hound would be able to enter the barrier
Yeah.
green data is creating, right? It wouldn't be stopped or repelled or anything?
Yes.
Alright, just making sure.
It'd be able to freely enter.
Okay.
There's a slight pushback, but it's not enough to prevent you from like doing much physically.
I see, I see.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's actually helpful, because she can feel the pushback.
Hmm.
Okay, so Enev's turn. Normally they would take 1 damage, however with this, they are able to ignore it, however healthy that is. And Enev looks at this thing like, okay. Venny, please, try. I don't know how effective you're gonna be. And Venny's gonna take their funky scythe, reel back, and try to hit. Almost. What? Am I lagging?
No, you're good.
It doesn't even
No, you're not.
seem to try to move out of the way, and you strike true. Pretty easy.
Cool. And then Venny's arms explode as he takes 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then Enev is like, oh, okay, that worked. You're not looking too good though. Thanks, but probably should have done something different. And then Enev is going to take a step back to not be crushed. It hasn't seen too much. Is going to just try to see if they can use bigger they are, the harder they fall. With a passing fancy. Boop.
I will post it again for your
Yeah.
sake.
I always get scared seeing Enev roll a double digit.
Yeah.
That's fair. And because Enev is probably not adapted at all, they will take the extra 1 cost, so that is a 4 cost. Does that work?
Yep.
Okay. That will be Enev's turn.
You sure you're alright to do this, kid?
I'm doing okay. I gotta train for kind of looks. Donovan, do you know that the final dragon's been visiting DBA?
Just kind of grits his teeth, tightens his grip on hilt. I've been made aware, yes.
He's
Who the fuck's the final dragon? Trying to
long-
ride in on my turf?
long.
Donovan just
story-
kind of looks to Zenith. He's a bad dude. Don't fuck with him.
We'll see.
He's holding another one of his contests soonish, and I want to be a little healthier.
Alright then.
Tell you to
That's
say.
Phoenix's turn, then
Sorry. No, you're
Yeah,
good.
that's
You're
my
fine.
turn.
just didn't want to.
Yeah.
Alright. These things are pretty big. I think I can do something about that. But first, as a free action, she's going to give Enev some snacks. To heal him.
Is that ability rolled?
Yeah, I know, right? It's crazy.
Also, I thought you were gonna say, but first. Ah!
Oh, right, she does gain 1 trauma, actually, now that you just mentioned it. So yeah, Enev would heal for an amount based on what you would say, Drake.
And that's a
Let's
free
give like
action.
3.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hooray!
And then as another free action, haha, she has these. I'm gonna use a Silent Allies. Holy shit, that worked!
So you just
Alright. Which means she can pull out something. And since you've provided very, very helpfully with large targets.
Uh-huh.
oh,
Gonna
you're
pull
gonna
out
do
the
Giant
Giant
Slayer.
Slayer.
Yeah, that's yep.
And I am going to combine it with my basic attack, so that my basic attack does extra damage versus large tile enemies. I imagine this hasn't come up before, but I imagine it does kind of scale a little bit with how much larger they are than her.
Yeah, yeah.
But at base, At base, it's always been just a +2, effectively, to her damage. But, like, obviously, maybe against Fragmented Data it'll do better. I don't know.
I'll say like 4 against the big one.
Against the big one? Nice. In any case, she is now going to basic attack. The green data. There's my failed roll.
Yep.
Yep, that's unfortunate.
I
mean, it's
you get the
strange.
plus. You get the +2 to rolls, right?
No, +2 to the rolls
No.
is only in frenzy state.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Yep,
no, I
unfortunately,
literally
that
just
misses
pulled
them.
out. Yeah, no. It's cool. It just bounces, like, off of the. Like, it just digs into the ice that she fucking created instead. Alright, well, that didn't work out as planned. Yeah, I kind of think that's all she can do.
I
So
mean, you
she's
can
gonna take.
move if you want. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I was doing. She's gonna take a step back. And, well, you know what? She's gonna step out of this, like, thing and see what happens. That's my turn.
Alright.
Okie dokie. Donovan.
Alright. Donovan's just gonna keep things simple enough, at least to start. He's going to step forward and take Atlas, and he's going to, basically, he's going to be performing a slash, but his intent is to basically, like, dig into the eye socket and wrench upwards, is his specific attack he's going for.
Gotcha. Yeah, Donovan's pretty strong. It's not too hard for them. You sort of like lurch upward as it's hovering a few feet off the ground, stabbing forward with Atlas, and sort of almost like clouds up special, I'd imagine, ripping through clean through the head, and then landing back on your feet, catching your sword coolly on your shoulder. However, what you realize is as you do cleave through it, which it's honestly, like I said, it's not that hard for you.
Yeah.
Little pieces of data just seem to stream back together and reform its body.
Yeah. That's what I.
And also, as you finish your attack, the main body is going to use its readied action.
Yep. Wanted to keep it simple before we got fucked.
As both the main body and both heads are going to begin rapidly spinning as wire begins to dribble out of various places, cracks, and they become bladed, Donovan. Very similarly to your weapons, and they're going to deal damage to all adjacent targets.
Okay.
They are going
Yeah.
to deal. Give me a second.
This is why I did no self buff and nothing of the sort. Because if I had done that with the hand-to-hand death bat, the range would be fucking awful.
Both of the heads are going to deal 5 damage to everybody adjacent to them.
Okay. This is a worthy thing for me to do. I'm gonna try and use like 'em big, like 'em chunky, to basically just sort of, since I'm already adjacent, just go next to this thing and try and clasp onto it to try and stop it from spinning. No.
Yeah. I was gonna say that would have been decently hard anyway, since they are kind of floating and just like maneuver themselves freely.
I have something to try,
Yeah.
at least. So, alright, because I've touched the hound that is adjacent to me, I'm going to try to make the hound explode, which will not do damage to it or Zenith, but will hopefully knock us out of the range of this thing's attack.
Gotcha. Okay, I'll say that's definitely good enough for you and the hound.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah,
since
I didn't
Kazuma's
think I could
jumping
get
on it, but
Kazuma.
because Kazuma, you did jump on it, you're gonna take that much more damage. I'm gonna say you take 3 more damage, so 10 in total, including your stamina cost.
Gotcha.
Alright.
Alright.
So, I know you said you could do something, Poco, but I think I'm more or less fine to take this because I can just use a... unless you want me to use it for your dog, Roche, I can just use my Anahata thing to just protect myself, if that's fine. Roche?
I'm good.
Alright, so yeah, no, I'm just gonna use Anahata. He basically just kind of like, holds his sword and then wave of air deflects it.
Yeah. Yep. That's good.
I assume this won't.
No.
This is only protecting yourself.
Yeah, this is just protecting me. It's only hitting the Hound and Vinny, unless you want to save Vinny.
Vinny's at 5, so I'd like to keep him around for at least one more swing. Enev will respond to at least help Vinny. Kind of see what Red did with the
Ice.
Yeah, with the restraining in the sense, the ice. But Enev's gonna reach out and try to do the same thing, same ability.
The
silence.
measures.
Yeah, just hope for the best. Boop.
Oh my fucking god.
Of course, you just had to.
Time.
So you know, roll a d13, I guess.
Jesus.
Enid is a monster, dude.
Buddy.
Every single time.
Buddy,
Yeah.
you can't keep doing this to yourself.
Let me go find your crit scene.
And then a perfect 13.
Yeah. Alright. So this would be Beauty. Or the Beast, I guess. Unless they're the same person, I don't know. So yeah, Beauty and the Beast is effectively what you're working with here.
I suppose, like, basically, I imagine like chains or something to hold it and like hold it back, because
yeah,
it's not
kind of. I sort of imagine that they're because you know how in Beauty and the Beast there's like the rose that represents his life or whatever, right? I sort of imagine that they're like wrapped up in a giant like rose, effectively.
That could be interesting too.
And like kept inside a quote unquote glass container.
Oh, that's funky. So I imagine like it between the rose and the glass, it at least hopefully stops it from hitting outside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll stop it for everybody. As you mentioned, a sort of glass container comes up, complete with rose and all, very aesthetically pleasing. And it seems to just kind of graze against the inside of the container, leaving you guys all alone perfectly.
Also, for bookkeeping's sake, I am not taking this. The prof is either going into Enev or something else.
Yeah.
That's fair. Could it go into Venny? And Venny's sword?
Not in this case. Venny would have to earn it.
That's fair. But no, that's valid.
Yep.
Alright. So, that is my turn, so just keep with that information on beating these guys as you will.
So, I mean, I'm guessing Donovan should not attack this one anymore.
I think it's more just about keep in mind that if you're doing the finishing blow, that it should be something weak and simple, per chance. Not necessarily something like that, but yeah. Anyway.
Alright, well, Cosmo.
Alright, it is my turn. Yeah, sure. Let's go for this, because I don't want to, yeah, since we're trying to be careful about how much we're showing here, right? So, if that's the case, then what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to, do I show off my passive now? You said this thing is floating, right?
Yeah.
How far, like, up?
Probably like maybe a foot or two off the ground, not too high.
Alright. A foot or two, that's fine. What I'm gonna try and do is, I'm gonna try and essentially go for what I was going for with I like them big, I like them chunky, but first, I'll post this again. I'm placing down my funny ring. So I keep on forgetting. I should have an asset for this. but I'm not going to be moving anyway. So for now, basically, the aura around me, there is a ring on the ground that when you get a spare second, if you could just grab some sort of an ring asset, and put it around that, that'd be good. But then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be going for my basic attack. I'll say I'll go for... I guess I'd count this as the... Well, no. Since it's floating in this way, I'm gonna go for my the flurry version of it, which is just the more damaging one. Or I guess no. If I'm going like this, no, I'll go for the push, right? And as I'm here, I'm gonna go and try and push it like down onto the ground and out, so that it's slamming against ground and potentially out of the ring. So let me go for the... Is it gonna roll? Hello?
No.
Let's try again.
Oh, don't
Roll
forget
20.
music, by the way. As a note.
What happens if I roll a regular
that's what I was
dice?
doing.
Roll 20, hello?
Is roll 20 being like this today?
Iris got a roll.
Yeah, Iris just came through.
Yeah, Iris just came through, and it seems to be a problem my end, and it's not internet, because I can still talk to you guys.
I think you're gonna have to refresh, and we. Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
no,
Nope.
that's
And
okay.
we roll for you. I'm afraid.
Hold on. Let me refresh. Hopefully it shouldn't take so long, since I'm fucking, not streaming, so hopefully it shouldn't. Although I say that, and yet it's already taking a million years. Why?
While you were refreshing...
Oh, there it is!
Oh, there we go.
There's 15.
There's gonna be... Yeah, there's...
Four.
Yeah, let's see what the last one was. And of course I'm still refreshing.
1918.
Cool, great. It's still got a 15 though. So yeah, I'm just trying to... Yeah, I'm just trying to take this thing, sort of clasp onto it and shove it down into the ground, so that it, slams into the ground and potentially out of the ring for as much extra damage as possible.
Yeah, that's pretty easily achieved, as once it stops spinning, it calms down quite substantially, and you sort of leap up, dive, tackling it. Let's see, I'm looking at the thing. 3 to 4
Yeah,
spaces, yeah, you can get like 1, 2, 3, you get like 4 damage.
Yep.
Well, 5 damage, you rolled good.
And then the effect of
so-
leaving the ring.
Yeah. So basically, for 2 things. One, if they touch the ground on some part that isn't their feet, or I guess for them, like, in this case, just getting knocked down. If you're knocked down while you're in the ring, you take additional damage, and if you are knocked out of the ring, you take 3 to 6 damage. So, calculate those 2 different things into this as you will.
Yep.
Alright. Well, if that is the case, that was my main action, and I am not planning on moving. So that'll be me. But as my turn passes, just to state it here for the future, just so everyone knows, if Roll20 will let me do this, cool. I have this in effect. If it will go, there we go. Since I did not use a movement action, I go into Earthbound Pillar stance. So he's just sort of, wide stance, holding out his hands. Knockback is even more difficult to inflict on him, and the next action he performs is a burning action, granting it extra fire-based effects and damage.
Okie dokie. Fragmented Data's turn. The first thing it's going to do, right? Is move there. And then this one is going to move there.
Does the current restrictions on Green Day affect that at all? Or no?
No, it doesn't seem to.
Alright, just wanted to make sure.
Does the glass thing last, or is it just for the moment? Because I assume
It's
it just
supposed to
lasts
be
the
for the
moment.
moment, but it's a weird ability. It was made very recently, so its finer aspects haven't really been thought out fully.
Okay. I'll give her a roll then. It was a 20. That's decent enough to break through. It's just glass.
Yeah.
Just gonna move there. Let's see. It is going to open its mouth, sort of like stretching back its chin almost as if it was unhinging its jaw. And then from within, a barrel is going to kind of thrust forth, just like almost like a like a gun barrel. It's simple enough.
Oh yeah,
it is
almost
going
like that.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, start spinning again. And flames are going to be emitted everywhere within 2 spaces of it.
Alright.
And this is the one to the right. Yeah.
This is green data, yes.
Yeah. Green.
Green data. Yep.
I'm personally fine with taking the damage, but I don't know if everybody else is.
Yeah. If you guys want me to try and stop it for you, I can.
Do we know
Oh
how
man,
much
I
damage
feel
you're
like
taking?
I'm probably fine.
So,
You'd
sorry.
be taking this much.
Yo, nothing.
Or
Fuck yeah.
roll.
Oh, I see. She's got the Natsu sort of effect going on. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Huh, yeah.
I don't know if
That
it's
and
gonna
like
roll.
Ace,
There it
you know.
So, it's a little weird. Where did it start facing to do this? And, like, did it make any sound as it, like, started whirring up? Or...
Nope.
And what?
It literally kind of like, from where it was here, it literally just backed up, slided to the side, and then moved forward without ever changing its
Yeah.
facing.
Yeah, I
Now-
assume it's just facing
yeah.
forward then.
I guess I'll ask now, Drake. Would I have the opportunity to shout out to Misty to look out, since Cosmo and Zenny had already helped her out before?
Misty, look out!
Yeah, but Misty, look out!
Well,
Or
I
is
meant-
that
Talking's a free action, yeah.
yeah.
I also meant in just terms of, like, the flamethrower, the jaw thing, like, no sound from that.
Nope.
Well, if that's the case, Cosmo would just, as it's starting to prep up and his stance is solidified, look to the side. Misty, look out! It's going to attack you now.
Takes a moment, realizes, fuck,
It's to the. Well, which way is she facing?
she was just kind of facing this way.
It's to your right, a little bit past that even.
Well, wouldn't she
Just-
be able to feel it move through her hound location?
I mean, it's floating is the thing. It might not be touching her hound.
Yeah.
Well, it also emits force. So, you know what? Misty's... She's just gonna try and feral rampage, like, do an upward kick on it to maybe, like, I don't know, just kind of fuck with it. Its aim or whatever.
Yep. 19.
$1.40.
Yeah. I'll say that's good enough to, like, if you want to pick a side, that side is completely safe.
No,
I'd suggest our side is safe because Zenith
Yeah.
heals from this, and, you're still protecting yourself because your hound is fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this side, no damage.
Yep.
So you're
None of them
taking
take damage.
7.
Zenith heal.
Yeah, if anything, that just cleans the dirt out of her hair, dude.
Okie dokie.
Don't forget your 7, Rush.
Alright. I guess I imagine not, but would kicking it myself and just sort of fucking with it prevent any of my damage, or would I still be taking full?
You can take 3 instead, because you did roll good.
Alright.
Let's see, that one's doing that, that one's doing that. The main body is going to do something. As it's going to pick... We'll say... as a sound finally is emitted, there's almost like, just like a sort of like beep, 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 sort of like a lock-on sound that starts, playing over the battlefield. And as a literal sort of lock-on hologram is going to be painted over Zenith.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Cringe!
Give a roll for that. That's decent enough to work for it. You just mark yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna give myself the Menace Miku.
And that is all it is going to do.
Alright.
Your turn.
Well, Zenith is gonna kinda stretch her arms a bit. Alright, let's see if I can go take down the big guy while you all fight these two. And I'm gonna try to go into its barrier here, if I'm able.
You are.
Alright. 3, 4...
Don't forget
Now,
that
reminder
you're
that
taking
leaving-
damage for leaving the
Yeah.
zone.
Oh, do I?
Yeah.
Yeah,
If
you leave
anybody
the ring, you take
leaves the
3 to
ring.
Yeah, you take 3 to 6 damage for leaving.
That's fine, I'll take it. Because I do want to hit this
Yeah,
boy.
you can just take 3.
3, okay. Okay. So yeah, she's gonna run up to this boy. Is he like floating super high in the air or something, or can I reach him?
All of them are pretty much floating, just like a foot or 2 off the ground, so they should all be within reach.
Okay. In that case, she's gonna assume a stance and then try to charge forward and just beat the shit out of this boy. Okay. So basically what this roll does is it lets me charge at him and then make three basic attacks.
Yep. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm just gonna make 3 rolls. Oh, pretty good.
So where were you before you used the ability?
And what's...
I was like here, I think. So in that trail would be fire. Yeah. Let me put down a zone.
Yeah.
Oh, you got it. Okay.
What's your basic attack damage?
7. So it'd be 21 if he's taking.
7. Yep, they're gonna take each and every one of those.
Hell yeah. And then, in addition to that, she is going to use her passive, which is this, to basically her passive lets her spend more stamina to just add an extra kick to the explosions of her attacks. So I'm going to spend 2 and just try to add an additional blast that will do however much damage you think it should.
Yep. Bonus action.
And it can knock people away, but like he's big, so.
Is that a rolled thing?
Yeah,
Yep. Okay.
Critical fails don't mess up the attack completely.
It doesn't mess up anything, it just won't work. So.
Yeah.
Alright, in that case, instead, because I really want to get some explosion damage going, she instead is going to snap her fingers and try to use this on him. Alright, there we go. So basically, in 3 turns, like initiative turns, so it would be at like the end of Red's turn, he will explode for 4 damage, and I'm going to say I'm going to want to knock him upwards.
Understood.
And also, until that happens, the damage he takes is increased by 1.
Check all this. Oh boy. Oh yeah, that's all been said. Mistral.
So, this thing kind of sucks. Don't they have I don't know, a version of this thing that's like friendly for disabled people? This kind of fucking blows.
It's strange.
just
I
gonna-
haven't seen something like this not produce noise before.
Mistral is going to use Thrill of the Hunt. Just kind of grab it with this hound and like, just kind of try to yeet it at the main body. I don't know how it works if Misty's in the ring, but her hounds aren't. I
I'd
don't
assume
know.
it's if the hound leaves, it's damaged, or if you leave, you're damaged. But while you're still in it, you're fine.
Yeah, because the thing is that if the hounds count as your arms, then it would be weird. It would probably be fine.
I mean, it's not like people get damaged for attacking someone from outside of the
Yeah,
ring if they're in
exactly.
the ring, so...
Yeah,
I feel like the hounds just wouldn't be a factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move these fellas around. I'm just gonna, like, throw the hunt, try to pick it up and yeet it at fragmented data. And I'm gonna spend 3 to have good ol' Advantagio.
Oof.
Yep.
This is
You pick it up and
effectively...
you go to throw it.
Yeah,
Yep.
this is effectively just a
Continue.
basic attack that has a lot of physical strength put into it.
And roll the advantage as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, you already did.
No, it already did.
That's part of the macro.
Yeah, you pick it up and you go to toss it the fragmented data. What you notice is pretty much as it makes contact with the barrier, that part of the barrier ripples outward in a huge sort of like a display of light, and all of that force, since it was traveling at such a high velocity, is dispersed throughout the rest of it, and it just stops there.
I see.
Okay.
What the fuck just happened? I didn't hear a crashing sound.
It has
It's
a
got, like, a
kinetic
shield.
dampener, or something like that.
Whatever the fuck
Yeah.
that means, it's like a big
yeah,
shield.
well, cool.
Probably ranged attack
Great.
stuff.
Well,
Like,
You
I
can still
guess-
enter it, I'm in it right now.
Does it seem like the abrupt stop did anything to green data, or was it just all the force was directly transferred to the barrier?
It was pretty much like hyper decelerated.
I see. I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
cool. I guess I'm just gonna move this here, and I'll put that there, I think, and then I'll just wait. That's the end of Mistral's turn.
Okay.
Enos.
All right. So before, because it's kind of important. Was it were the actions and abilities of these things, are they hidden, or are they just like things that they do, or is there no information given about them? For
I'm just not posting them for the sake of not putting it in the sheet because that'd take a long time.
that is fair. It's just funky with Enef. Because I guess Enef's just trying to decipher them and see if they
I
can...
will say, it doesn't matter much regardless, since
Mhm.
I guess like I don't know if there's like the thing of like Enev sees what the ability does when he sees it. If he did, this is the only thing he would get.
I see. So all data is just
Corrupted,
Yeah.
error.
even fragmented,
Pretty
even.
much.
Uh-huh.
Green,
Christ.
blue,
Okay.
green, blue.
Yeah, I said that earlier.
I did not even notice. I am sorry.
No, you're fine.
You just kind of drew like, okay, so I can't get anything from them. Gotcha. Damn. Turn. Enef's going to. Well, simpler turn. Vanny's gonna walk over and do what Vanny does and make themselves not explode. So they're gonna pull out a sword, a smaller sword that some people might recognize, and it's gonna. For reference, I'm using boar as I swing this.
Oh,
E.
I see.
Or...
Cassette, Zeitgeset.
Dude, I love Zyke, guess it.
Okay, this is an interesting one because boar absorbs life, right?
It
Yes.
absorbs health. Life health. I guess, yeah.
Energy.
Whatever would count, I guess.
That's so funny. Okay, give me another roll.
Oh, that's not good at all.
Okay. If Venny's about to explode for some reason, I won't. Venny might have some...
As they strike into the data and attempt to absorb its life force, they find a lot more than they were originally intending to receive, as Vinny is going to heal for 404 stamina.
Does that overflow them?
That overflows them and probably pops them like a pimple.
Oh, you say that, Drake. Hold on. A few things.
The puppets are
Venny's
semi-invulnerable as a thing. They just deactivate.
They're fine. But yeah.
They just have 404 stamina now, or 10?
10.
No, it overheal.
It would overheal?
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
I didn't
Christ.
think that'd be triggered.
Benny becomes a god among
dude.
men.
Dude, that just means now would that reset when we leave? Because if that stamina isn't like you couldn't heal it, but you essentially have that much temp HP for like later.
Well, these are data things, right?
Yeah.
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 But like,
So it would probably reset when we leave.
yeah.
That
I'll
makes
tell you a fun thing about that effect because I didn't think it'd come up. That particular, I'm not gonna say what it is, but that particular thing is called 404 stamina not found.
Yeah.
I see.
Venny just looks at Eneb. Eneb looks at Venny. I did not expect that.
One
I
of
don't want
Vinny's
to-
cracks fixes itself for a split second.
Enev thinks, I could use that to get health. Uh-oh.
I feel like that would make Eneb pop.
Probably, yeah.
Probably.
So let's not. Eneb's gonna. Eneb's going over here behind his puppet. And I didn't think I'd get this far. They float. It's not gonna be helpful for us, but let's string orchestra. Let's try that. Ooh, hooray! I pick a 5x5 area. This thing floats, so don't worry about the debuff. It's just a 5x5 anywhere, right? Or is it adjacent to me? It's muted.
She's also deafened. I think it's anywhere. It's because it says area of her choosing, so...
Okay. Who wants a decrease to their ability costs? And
Decrease to your ability cost. Who wants it?
I mean, red kinda spams big cost.
I'd suggest IMO.
The ring would
1,
be
2,
good.
3. Yes, basically somewhere like 1, 2, 3, 4, like this zone-ish sort of area. Because I am not gonna stay here, and I don't need more stamina. Considering costs are weird for me, anyways. I'd suggest
Move it slightly to the left.
basically
and,
one
get
left,
down a
one
little
down.
bit. Yeah.
Like there, yeah.
Because like I plan on moving into that area anyway.
okay, I'll just do that. So that's a fun area for everyone. I'll take my.
Yeah.
I did that as a main action because I forgot I could do it as a bonus, so I will take my 3 cost. And then yeah, that's my turn.
I don't know what I've done in letting Enev have that.
I mean, Inev doesn't have Itzy's passive, so they don't get copy stuff off it. They just observe.
Exactly.
So,
It
So
is-
this is
it
just
is
a very
just
good
the-
buff and debuff.
so red.
Yep.
Yeah, red. So what red is gonna do? You know what? Red saw that thing happen with green data, so they're gonna test something. I'm gonna spend 1 stamina. This would usually be 2 stamina, but I'm gonna spend 1 stamina to effectively throw my soul in a basically the soul is thrown and spun before hitting an enemy and before hitting enemies in a line and then coming back to her. So I'm just gonna throw my sword in. This would usually cost me 2, but it's only gonna cost me 1 because of the area.
And you're throwing it at green.
Yeah, I'm throwing it at green.
Yep.
And this would do damage.
As you go to throw it forward, it stops
That's only
at
in
the edge
frenzy
of
state,
green's
isn't it?
barrier.
What?
That's only in frenzy state, isn't it?
No, in frenzy state, she rides it.
Oh, I see. It's
Yeah, no,
been
this
a while.
ability's always had 2 uses, yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens?
As you go to throw the saw and you hurl it forward, as it meets green data's sort of barrier
Aura.
around it,
Yeah.
it again, yep, the aura.
Okay.
There's a sort of spark of light, and it pretty much instantly decelerates and goes to hit the ground.
Well, yeah, no, because she's right next to it, she just pick it up as it starts to slow down. Alright, okay. So yeah, no, basically all ranged stuff just doesn't work. That's interesting. Anyway, as a free action, I'm gonna give Misty a funny heal. It's a lot worse this time, but you know.
Yep, yep.
Oh, and yeah, it is actually a plus
I'll
2
say
to rolls.
2.
We get a plus 2 to rolls because of the area as well.
Don't forget to get your
Plus
free
2 will
frenzy
do 3.
as
Oh
well.
yeah, no, I do get more frenzy.
Alright, I guess I'll accept this little
Yeah, she hands her
pity.
like some cookies.
Dog biscuit.
They're pretty good.
No. All right. Another free action. Asylum allies. Holy shit, it's working today. I didn't think I'd get this far. Alright. Alright. I don't want any of that right now. Yeah, no, I'm gonna... Yeah, I know what I'm taking. Hold on. Bippy. I'm taking the rose. Attacks leave a thorn stack on the target, and each thorn stack increases the damage increases my damage against them by 1. So once again, I'm gonna apply that to my soul. So now my soul, basically the soul is now very big and has rose designs on it now. And then, since those are both free actions and I haven't moved much, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I'm gonna attack with my soul.
Okie dokie. Yep, it's just gonna take that.
So it'd be 6 and 1 thorn stack.
Yep.
And is that the end of red then?
Yeah, that would be the end of red.
Alright, so
Drake,
Zenith's
could you...
fire blast goes off.
Yeah, Drake, could you add a token marker on green data if they have one added?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Is what
I
represents
see.
thorns. It's
That's
this.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty good.
enough.
Alright, well, the explosion goes off, so that would deal 4 damage to the main body and knock it upwards if it knocks it upward at all, because it is very big, so.
So what you notice, especially being this close, is it's hard to say what, because your last hits were definitely landing, sort of denting it and whatever. But this particular explosion, as it, makes its mark and they detonate, there is, maybe for a moment, a sort of black scorch line, but it doesn't actually seem to have hurt it much.
Okay, so does that not deal the damage?
Unfortunately, no.
Alright. Oh, fuck. Shit. These things are really sturdy. Looks like I'm gonna have to go for high impact. Alright, Donovan.
Okie
Alright. Let's see. So... I still don't want to go too crazy, because we still haven't really understood much, if anything. Do you guys want me to try to beat up Green Day a bit more, or go for something else?
I'm good for you doing that.
Yeah,
But-
I'm gonna be beating up green data.
I'm wondering, are we, like, doing damage to these things? Like,
Yeah.
it seems like only certain things are working at the very least.
I think it's more that, like, they have limits as opposed to actually taking damage is the thing. Okay.
I'd keep wailing on green data then.
Alright. Okay. If that is the case, I am going to... Okay, yeah, no. I'm going to take out good old weapon that I've very rarely used. And I'm just going to whack green data upside the head with Achilles. And that's why I very rarely used it. Oh, I have a +2, it's a 6! It's a 6!
Oh, let me go check.
Sick.
Huh. So, okay, that's weird. So, Donovan, as you hit it, because you do actually manage to hit it, I have a weird question. Do you feel if Achilles activates special effect or whatever?
I'd
He
assume,
would.
because considering Achilles, the way it works is that it's because of his epithets channeling through it. I'd assume so,
Yeah.
yes.
It's literally Donovan taking the endurance
Yeah.
from a unit and, you know.
Yeah. You strike at it. You similar to the main body. It doesn't seem to actually take much from that attack this time. And you do feel Achilles' thing activate. And if you want, you could you give me another roll, Donovan, because you're a Dury boy. You might notice something. You don't notice shit. You're an Enduri boy. You fight. You don't look.
Alright, give me a second. Let's see.
Donovan
see.
pats himself on the back.
It says besides himself, I was checking to see.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, okay. Obviously it's... Okay. Alright, that's... Alright, cool. So you were saying that I felt it go off, but I haven't really noticed anything, is what you were saying, right?
No, you definitely feel it go off. I was making you roll for another thing, an additional thing.
Uh-huh. Alright.
Yeah.
This is weird, but it should be a bit more vulnerable, I think. Anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4.5.
I hope you know.
I'll
Ballast.
have that deal 3 damage.
I just want you to know, Ballast, I've added an upgrade just called Good Job Me.
Alright, that's my turn for now.
Kazuma.
It feels weird
Alright.
not going Blaster Caster as Donovan, but that's the situation we find ourselves in.
Yeah. Similarly, since we're trying to hold back, this is funky. Because nobody's directly here in the ring right now. So, because of that, I think I'm going to spend the 1 stamina necessary to recall the ring. So I'll do that. That means I have my aura again. Alright. This is something, alright. Yeah, God, if we're just trying to keep it simple, then I'll help out the team here. Why not? And go 1.5 to 3. And what I'm going to be going for is just the flurry version of my basic attack. And this does have my Earthbound Pillar burning action, so basically as I'm smacking into it, I'm just trying to go for like a little like, you know, just flame trails behind me. I'm just going for extra fire damage on him. So here's the funny roll. There we go.
Okay. And you're going explicitly for like fire, right?
Because basically along with the
That's a fire
normal
bonus.
physical.
Effectively.
Yeah, I have a fire bonus because I didn't move on my last turn. My next action was a burning action, so along with whatever damage I would be dealing, I was going for extra fire damage.
Okie dokie. This is gonna be funny. As you strike into it, and you do strike into it, and leave behind, like, you do see a tad bit of, like, fragmented data and, like, scorch marks. After you reel back from your attack, you see it alight a flame, and it turns toward you.
I see. Alright. I'm not sure if it's taking what we're doing and throwing it back at us, or if it just has more firepower on its own, but this is interesting. And with that, that'll be my turn.
Okie dokie. I'll do it that one first. The green data is going to, as it turns towards you, Kazuma, open up its mouth yet again. And this time, Misty, you will hear something as you hear a sort of squelching sound. As a, like, sort of... I don't really know another way to describe this. As an entire human arm crawls out of its mouth and goes to punch you while lit aflame, Kazuma.
Alright, it's most certainly taking what we're doing and using it against us.
So I'll just say real quick. Upon hearing the squelch, Mistral goes like, no, I don't like that sound at all. What's it doing? Wait, no, don't tell me.
You don't want to know. I'm gonna be honest.
It's going to attack me, and I'm not gonna take it.
Well,
yeah?
that's fair.
I guess
Mistral,
you could call that a knuckle sandwich of sorts.
What's
Mistral's
up, Rush?
gonna use their passive, which they have a lot of upgrades to this one passive, but effectively, a monster who protects her friend, she's gonna have the Hound move to try and protect Kazuma.
Okie dokie. Just move it next to him.
Yeah, it effectively takes the damage for them.
I
Yep, it's going to take 6 damage in total.
That would kill it, and the overkill would go to Kazuma.
So I'd be taking 1.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, Misty. Are you sure you're okay, though?
Mistral,
That's your
yeah.
arm.
Oh no, I guess they fucking grow back. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You've had that power forever for now.
Well, again, I appreciate it, but next time something like that happens, I can handle it. You don't need to go blowing up your arm for me.
They come back.
Okie dokie.
So is what you're telling me we need to, like, do different things to them each time, or what?
Not sure. See, fucking Ballast, I already felt myself dipping into it, the Piccolo voice. Then you said it, now I'm stuck in it. but go, like, turning to Zenny, I'm not sure if it's variety or if it's just,
I only do the one thing, though.
I wish I still had regular hands.
I'm just gonna do what I always do and hit it as hard as I fucking can.
Speaking of regular hands, after it finishes punching Kazuma, it bites down and separates the arm from its maw, and it just sort of drops on the ground.
Oh,
And
that's
starts to crawl away
disgusting.
towards the main body.
Oh, what the fuck?
It does what?
It's crawling
Crawls
towards
the
the
main body.
fragment.
It crawls... Yeah.
Donovan's
glad I
gonna
had trouble with
fucking
that.
Crawls
puppy guard
towards
that
the
shit.
main body, sort of grapples on using some of the dangling cords, and then climbs into the chest cavity and disappears.
Could Donovan make a roll
The
opposed
fragmented
against
data.
that,
Yeah.
since it's in between them? Because that's... fuck that.
Yeah, I
You want
also
to
have a-
attack of opportunity the arm?
Basically stomping on it as it would pass him, effectively, is what he would do,
Mhm.
if he could.
And here's I can help out to make it easier for Donovan, right? So as it's approaching, I'm gonna use my anytime folding space, and have it so that set of folding curtains sort of manifests in between fragmented data and the arm, increasing the space in between the two of them so that it takes longer for the arm to get there, giving Donovan the time to do this. So
Okay.
I'll roll for this.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, okay, you can give me a roll, Donovan.
Alright, now before I do it, since this would be to just specifically pin it in place with my leg, I've just gotta make sure. Would my strength be mattering in this, sort of scenario?
Yes.
Alright, so I'll get my advantage roll. The good
Oh, are you
thing-
asking if you need to roll?
Yeah, both roll and or if I would get advantage if I needed to, effectively, yes.
Okay. Yeah, as it takes like a year and a half for it to get there, because it does skitter pretty quickly, but
Yeah,
thanks to the extended distance, it's not quickly enough that you can't intercept. And you stomp down on through it, and probably much to your chagrin, that is not a data construction, that's a real fucking arm, and you fucking stomp through it, bone, blood and all.
Mm.
And it stops moving after crawling maybe an inch or two more.
Even it's a data construction. It's just very real.
Oh no, it's not. That's
okay.
straight up blood.
Oh, I hate
But
the
we're in a
smell of
data
blood.
Yeah.
The fuck?
Alright, yeah, no, I'm gonna add another trauma to that.
Now
I've
I don't
got
suppose
3 trauma from that action alone.
What kind of screwy shit are they having us do?
based on what we're learning
Based.
here, right? I don't suppose that Kazuma would feel any pain transference in one of his arms, would he?
Give me a roll?
All right, I'm glad I'm on the right track here, at least. Oh, come on, roll 20. There it is.
Thank God I didn't let that get to the main body.
So, it's the weirdest sensation, right, Kazuma? Does
Yeah.
Kazuma have any siblings or family members that are alive and well?
Yeah, I mean, they have family.
Like, is he close to them?
I'd say he's relatively close to his parents.
Okay. If you've ever experienced a feeling, right, when you're hanging with your siblings and maybe you're talking, maybe you're just chilling, maybe you're hanging out, and you have those sort of moments where it's like, you sort of look at each other and you just sort of know what the other's feeling, a sort of like empathetic link.
Mm-hmm.
You don't feel one of your limbs hurt or like experience discomfort in any real way. But when you look at that arm, there's the briefest of moments where you experience a lapse in like thought, a lapse in that's a weird fucking arm. You just kind of look at it, it's like, oh, that sucks, man. That what a bummer. And then you kind of catch yourself. It's like, wait, what? You almost have like a familiar sense from that arm as it's crushed.
Huh. Yeah, this is getting weirder by the second.
I hate fighting fucked up shit like this. I just want to destroy it.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
well,
was
anyway.
green
kind
data.
I'm kind of freaked out.
Well, you can leave if you need to, can't you?
That's
I'm
if
good.
we can. Considering.
We'd better be able to.
Everything will be fine, don't worry.
And now it is going to use an ability, actually.
Oh boy.
Balanced, you've cursed me with my big guy
As
voice
the
now.
blue data's eyes,
I was
Uh,
talking about
its
Misty when I
closed
said
eyes
Piccolo anyway.
sort of glow for a bit. It is going to beam its glare down on Enev.
Oh boy, he never fucking died.
Let's see. Roll does.
Haha, it's Drake.
That is unfortunate for it. Enev, you sort of get this weird warm feeling. Maybe you already have a warm feeling because you're melting a little bit, but you get a little warmer of a feeling. And then it subsides and fades away.
I imagine Eno can put 2 and 2 together that was heat-based.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like it was. You just sort of get like a tingly feeling. Not like on your skin or whatever, but from within you.
Internally.
Almost as if you were like becoming flushed. Yeah.
Spontaneous combustion.
Because that didn't work, the main body will try to do something instead. As it's going to boop 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 make a lock-on thing onto Donovan.
Haha!
Never mind. It doesn't. It does shit. It can't do
It's
shit.
too
It can't do
distraught
shit for
about
shit.
the arm.
And looks down upon the arm. Wasted potential.
Oh man.
Alright.
So are they gonna move at all, or is that its turn?
Nope.
Interesting.
Alright. If it's resisting my explosions, then I'll just have to use my brute strength. So what I'm gonna have her do is I'm gonna use Dragon Claw Rush again. But this time, instead of like dashing towards it or anything, I'm gonna have her just try to leap straight up in the air and try to unleash her punches on like the cracks in this thing's head to see if I can just get any kind of like bonus damage, just like wreck this thing's insides as much as possible.
Yeah.
So we're gonna hold on, actually let me check one thing. Yeah, they're still too far away, so okay. Well, Penny, that's great for you. I have limited options, so I'm trying my best.
Bless.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna yep. We're gonna try to jump up there and just roll 4, baby. But thankfully with the upgrade, rolling a 4 means that does not take her main action. So instead, she's gonna try to jump up and just like, if she can, like grab onto like the fractured part of this thing's head and just lash her leg into the inside of it to just again try to get as much damage as possible here.
Okie dokie. That's a pretty good roll. You jump up just like you said, sort of like, I guess like maybe somersault, maybe like high rise axe kick into its fucking skull. And you do notice, as you make impact, it does like the cracks almost rapidly, like almost like an eggshell, rapidly extend throughout its form. And you actually hear a whirring sound come from it, or all of that's like sort of rewinded, although you do feel that the damage did go through.
Didn't like that, did ya? And that's it for her for now.
Misty?
Okay, didn't like that arm, blood, whatever thing. I'm just gonna hang out here real quick. Come here, dog. Mistral is going to just sort of take a moment before just kind of bapping this guy with the hound. Eh.
Alright.
Yep.
And I guess they would. Well, no, they can't really sense any of the damage that's on it, so they wouldn't know to aim for those spots.
Aim inside their head.
You should have.
Are there openings? I don't want to reach in there with my mouth, I guess.
Oh, that's fair enough, but oh well, it looks like
Oh, that's
the
fun.
turning yellow did just happen. So
Sweet, we reached a health threshold.
I suppose.
Cool. Her hound is back. Could you flip this one horizontally, Drake?
Yeah. There you go.
Alright, you know what? I might as well attempt this. Mistral is going to then try to go for a, feral rampage. Well, no, not yet. That'll just be their turn, as...
So, you know, then.
Round. Enough is not sure exactly what to do, but they're gonna just try and help Dogpile in a sense. They're gonna walk up and try to borrow at Achilles, I believe is the correct
Achilles
one.
is the one that does extra, makes people have extra damage, yeah.
Yep. Ina's just gonna try to Achilles this one. E.
Wait, does that say 1 damage?
That's just because that's the thing that Enev has one without the actual text of whatever thing he's copying, which would be in this case this.
And it,
Gotcha.
Yep. So that hits. I assume that triggers and everything.
It does.
Does Enev get a perception roll or of some sort or anything?
Sure.
Okay. I wish I was in the area for an extra +2 to this roll. Who knows? Nothing.
Hey, it's
No,
+2 of what I roll. I mean, technically speaking, I think I was already I was still inside the barrier, so it's effectively the same. But you know, it's the thought that counts.
So that failed, I assume. But yeah, that's a hit. And then Venny with far too much strength is gonna try and just keep slashing away.
Far too much strength indeed. Doke.
Takes 5 for swing it.
Oh damn,
believe-
5 damage.
However, will he survive?
Normally he'd be dead.
Yeah, you know.
Hooray! Also,
Venny
gonna
is the
walk
tank.
back
Venny is the tank.
Yeah, actually, no. Venny's gonna start moving over. That'll be fine. That's that's my turn.
Alright. So I've had a really bad idea.
That sounds like a bad idea then.
How bad are we talking? Like, what?
Okay. So one of my friends in the asylum has a certain thing they can do, or like have had. What would happen if I turned it human?
Humanity potion.
You'd have to
That's
force feed it to it first.
Well, no, I can apply it to my weapon.
Oh, that is a bit of a weird one to apply to your weapon, yes.
I imagine it would just be a thing that she can do it like a certain amount of times.
No.
Zenith still hanging off of this thing is like, that's a little too existential for me. I'd just tear these things apart.
Yo, you should give that to Enev.
Looks at Enev actively melting. What would happen? I don't think that's a good idea.
That was out of
Don't.
Is this any better of an idea?
No, that's why I'm asking.
Don't turn my friend into Salisbury steak.
Alright.
Maybe we shouldn't give the thing that already seems to be breaking the laws of data construction more humanity.
That's fair. That makes sense. Anyway.
That would be like a weird floating baby head. That sounds really disturbing.
God, I just could really damage myself here by copying Vinny's basic attack. Oh wait, no, I can copy.
Just
Donovan's.
destroy them. If they can't feel
okay.
pain, then all the better.
You know,
Alright.
actually, a steak kind of sounds pretty good.
I'm gonna use Asylum Allies. This is a unnatural 20. That's fun.
Don't eat the melty little boy. Please.
Melting blood.
Please.
I felt it. I felt it.
Alright, so what I'm gonna do is I am going to...
Turn them human.
No. I'm gonna grab Pinocchio's arm.
No, you fool! The arm is what they're looking for.
No. So she pulls out Pinocchio's arm, and Pinocchio's weapon is basically whichever, is just an allied weapon, right? Now, what I'm feeling here... What I'm feeling here, because...
Not Piccolo.
Because it's a temporary transformation I could take from a legendary blade if I wanted to. But I think what I want is Achilles.
Yo, let's all stack on the extra physical damage.
Exactly.
Pog!
So... so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull out Pinocchio's arm, have it transform into Achilles, and then apply it to my saw. So that, basically it'll have the DR reduction and increased physical damage thing on top of everything else that it has.
Yeah.
So let me just, type all this shit in. One stack, and fucking Achilles effect. It's a 5. Damn.
I mean, I don't know. After seeing Enev swing at it, and after seeing you just fucking pull out a wooden arm and then it transmogrifies into his butt, I mean, since I'm not beating it up, you guys should. Try again. Strike one, you still got 2 swings left.
Oh, alright, you know, this just isn't a roll thing, I forget. Hey, a 19, there we go. So this would be doing... assuming it takes extra damage from physical stuff because it's been hit by Achilles, this would be doing 8 damage because of the thorn, adding another thorn,
And another
then
level.
also reducing their physical defense again.
I mean, it had been hit by the thing
Yep, and you
twice,
feel it
which means it would
activate.
be 6, 8, 9 total, actually, before.
Oh, this would be 9 damage, okay, I didn't realize it had already been hit.
You know, because I hit it for that small chippy.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, that turned orange now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's... yeah.
I'd suggest you guys get away from surrounding it before it detonates when it reaches 0.
You know what, that's a good idea. Anyway, it's already seen what I can do, so,
See, the thing with me is if I use Feral Rampage, I will damage someone.
that's fair. Hey, I'm gonna heal Kazuma.
Hey.
That's a 15.
Get 3, I'll say.
Great.
That
Alright.
being said, if you could bip me a little bit over to the side, I would have less people
yeah.
in the crossfire.
I mean, I could,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
could,
yeah.
I could move as well if that's. What you
I literally don't intend to be next to it. I was just making sure I healed Kazuma first.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I can move. No worries.
Alright, yeah, that's my turn.
Alright. Now, should I focus blue data since green data seems to be on its last legs, or do we want me to try and help Zenith on beating up Big Boy?
I'd say probably for now help Zenny, because then the 4 of us can move out to blue. when
The
we're almost
Horde
done.
Alright.
Yeah.
can move to blue data.
So yeah, so what Donovan is going to do then is, in a slight flash, he runs up, and what he's gonna do is, so, just to confirm, all of this, like, is actually exposed, right, Drake?
Yep,
Alright.
it is as it is in the icon.
Okay, so yeah, now with Atlas, he's going to attempt to like cut into like one of these arteries or ventricles or whatever the fuck it's called when it goes into the heart. Let's see.
I just call him the blood pumper.
God damn it!
Interesting. This is funny.
Donovan's holding back.
You strike down.
Too much.
Yeah. You strike down upon the would-be arteries of the fragmented data, and you do notice as it makes impact, it makes a large clinking sound. In the vibration of your attack is sent directly back into the sword, and you the sword begins hyper vibrate in your hands, but you're strong enough to hold it. You feel like if that was any other weapon, it would have fucking shattered.
No, it's fine. I have Hades. That's a legendary blade too. I won't shatter either.
Well, you know what I mean. If it wasn't an unbreakable weapon.
Yeah, you know.
Donovan rolls up with Achilles. I see. I always loved hitting pinatas.
Alright. Okay. Note, unless you can't have it break, don't go for the metal on this thing. Or at least, don't go for it if you have, insane strength that would break your own weapon if it were to rebound anyways. I don't know if that was just because of my own strength that it would have done that, or if it was just an inherent property of the metal per se.
Man, I'm getting lots of Atlas upgrade ideas, guys.
Alright, and...
I'm getting a lot of at me when I'm on Twitter.
Alright, yeah, I am still feeling like holding enough cards to my chest, so that'll be my turn.
Alright.
Let's.
So we hit Kazuma's here. He'd sort of turn to Misty. Now, if this thing starts to blow, I'll tell you, and make sure you're ready to run, right?
Okay.
Same to you, Enev, but you can see it happening too.
Yep.
So, what I'm gonna try and do, right, is, considering what was going on here, we figured here, hey, going for, the cracks and shit seems to be more effective. What I'm gonna try and do is use folding space to increase the space in between, the areas bordering the cracks to have the crack open wider, and then I'm gonna smack it with my basic attack. Well, it's a +2, because of the area.
It does have the +2 on it. Yeah, you try to increase the folds, or the space between the cracks. Any particular location? Just anywhere in its head?
Considering the position, let's go with the one kind of there near the jawline.
Yeah. You find for a moment it does sort of burst open, but like it has before previously, when something would alter its form in a dramatic way, it seems to try to revert the process. But in the brief moment that a gash is formed on the side of their head, when you look inside, you see a hollow chamber, and inside is a figure lying on its side, sort of covered in goo.
Huh.
Melagrano.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
It seems like there might be someone in there.
Fucking what?
Alright.
We'll get him out.
I'll try.
yeah.
Can she look in the head of the one she's on right now? Maybe on my turn?
No.
Alright.
Alright, well, as it's reforming there, I'm gonna try and go for my basic attack on the area that I just opened up to try and reopen it. To get enough to see exactly what's going on. Maybe enough to where, I don't know, if there is a person that's trapped inside. I don't know.
Or being grown inside.
I don't know,
Yeah.
we could kill him.
It's a 15.
Yeah.
Let's see. And you're trying more so to like open it back up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll work. Give me like a perception check.
Okay.
God, we're just not allowed to understand things right now, are we?
Nah.
Wow. It does have the +2. It's hard to see in there because it is dark and it is only open for such a short period of time. But what you do see is like the general sort of body shape. You notice that they're sort of stocky, but they've got like large bulbous arms, and at some points of their figures it almost seems like they don't have any real distinguishable features.
Okay, I'm gonna give, because I understand what's going on here, I'm gonna give Kazuma a roll to... he's...
7.
Yeah, it's a 7, so it's a minor success. Now, I'm not entirely sure, but considering it was using our stuff earlier, it looks like it might be trying to make something based off of us.
Oh.
Because I saw something that at least kind of looked like your arms, Misty.
Actually, they're hounds, but yeah. Huh.
Ugh. Well, that's about all I can do for now, but be careful. I'm not gonna be moving, so...
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so fragment
Okey-dokey.
turn then.
Is that your turn then?
Yes.
Gotcha. Let's see. That one can now use that. As green data, because obviously it's, I didn't describe it too well at the beginning because I'm a doofus and I forgot. But the sort of like green, or like for it, the orange you see is, there's a sort of like thin barrier over itself which emanates that colored glow. And like, at least as you've noticed or been presuming, the lesser its condition, the more it sort of gravitates towards red. Something I'll say in particular, because I think it might matter. Whenever you do manage to target, because you guys have already figured it out, whenever you manage to target one of the sort of broken and fragmented areas, its expression will very quickly, like almost instantly, snap to and from like a fearful expression. And you'll notice that that field sort of grows a little redder, almost if it's responding to you trying to target its weakness. Like it doesn't like that, like it finds it uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
So good on that. Good on explaining that. In this moment, it is going to attempt to very briefly manipulate that field onto you, Kazuma.
Yep.
Oh, that's funky.
Okay.
It is very particularly going for one of your arms.
Yeah. Alright. Then, how about what I go for is, as it's attempting to, manipulate over, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use I like them big, I like them chunky, to basically have a fiery explosion, shoot out from me as I burst over instead towards blue data, to try and avoid out of the way and have some explosive fire recoil on green data, because of the funny burning action. So, there we go. God. Oh, well, no, there we go. It's a 9.
It's a 9, yeah.
Okay. And you mostly just want to like try to get away from it, or like
Yeah, I'm trying to
do
get
you
away.
Mostly just want your arm to be fine.
I mean, I prefer my arm being fine, because basically what I'm doing is targeting blue data, so I walk over to them and perform a shove, but I'm primarily just trying to get out of the way of this attack.
Okay. Okay. Well, you do notice as you like go that way, and I'll just like drag you here because I think that gives you movement. As you try to move through that barrier at like higher speeds, you know, like you give yourself a burst of movement, it decelerates you,
Yeah,
much
that's what
like
I
it has been like
about to happen.
projectiles and stuff. In that moment where you're sort of like, oh, what? I didn't expect that. The field doesn't catch your arm, but it sort of like catches your like maybe the let's say the back of your calf, like a very small area.
Yeah.
And you feel. Well, you don't feel anything, but you see like a sort of brief glow, and then the field returns to it, almost like teleporting back onto it. And when you look down, that part of your calf is just gone. There's no blood, there's no flesh, it's just gone.
Yo, it's like that one Hunter x Hunter ability.
Yeah. Huh. Alright. Be especially careful. Well, I guess, was it like a feeling of like building pressure around my arm was what was going on there?
If I had to say, it would be like maybe not pins and needles, but like if your leg or like your arm has ever like fallen into like a real like fallen deep asleep, like gotten really numb.
Yeah. Got it.
Sort of like that.
All right, everyone. If you're near one of these guys, and if your body starts feeling numb, get out of there. It seems like it's trying to take parts of us, like more physically. It got part of my calf.
Oh, I'm gonna give it something, alright.
No, don't give it anything. That's what it wants.
I mean, this one doesn't have the barrier. It's not like it could do that, I don't think. Anyway.
Let's see, and then that one is going to...
Now, blue data goes up to Kazuma and tries to steal it.
Steals his other calf. Delicious.
Over there.
Oh boy.
Sort of floats over Misty, and you feel like, Misty, you feel a sort of gust of wind go over you and past you. The blue data is going to use an ability on Donovan, hopefully.
Oh boy. Little me.
Yep. As you hear the do, and you have a target on you now.
Uh-huh. Neat. Let's see, where's
And is
hot
then
condition?
going to
There we go.
move there.
I will ask Drake as it's moving, right? I assume it kind of goes in this sort of a path.
Yeah, it does.
I don't, because I assume that considering my
Very
movement,
specifically,
yeah.
it goes like this. It's like voop, 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 like very
Okay.
jaggy.
As it was in that last spot there, I understand with my ability, right? I didn't make it to my target, meaning I wouldn't have been able to push him. But since it is now adjacent to me, would I get a chance to push him or not? Of course it's cool if not, but I figure it might be worth asking.
I'll say yeah, because it honestly wouldn't even resist.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know if he takes damage from the fire because he's floating, but like, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, they're floating over it.
Alright.
Oh no, you don't!
And it's gonna go voop.
Oh no!
Oh, what happened? What?
I knocked it over in the middle of its movement.
I see.
Yep. And that doesn't let it get where it wanted to go, so instead it's gonna go there. And for the main body, Zenith just kind of standing on its forehead. That's funny. It's not doing anything to you. I just think it's funny. It is.
She's
going
just like
to...
in this crack, and boy, do I have a plan.
Yeah. Oh, I will mention, for that specific big crack in its head, you might have noticed that it's transparent. That is to the icon as well. It just goes straight through. There's just like a hole.
Fun.
It'll use this on Donovan.
Yep. Oh, thank God.
No, it fucking won't. It does nothing. For a moment, Donovan, I guess, where's the most relevant thing? For a moment, you see the image of the final dragon flash in your head and nothing else.
Okay. Let me just,
Donovan gains a
Don't
point of rage.
fucking try that mental bullshit or whatever the fuck you're trying. It's gonna be a lot more painful for you if you do. And just as part of that, let me just go onto my Tantra doc. You know, just as part of that, noticeably within one space, so just for it, just a lot of anger coming off. You know, just so it knows.
Uh-huh.
You know.
Well, neither Zenith nor I have the brains for weird puzzle bosses, right? So here's what she's gonna do. So she heard that there might be people inside these things' heads, yeah? So in the crack that she's widened, she's gonna try to see, like, can she, like, crawl in here? Can she, like, look in there and see what's going on? Like, what's happening? What's going on in there?
You could crawl in there. It is dark, though. I imagine you could just pull up
Fires.
some flames on your hand or make some explosions.
Yeah.
Near,
I want to see what's inside its head. Yeah.
If I had to say, right near the top of its head it's almost like its appearance, sort of like a porcelain doll. It is almost entirely hollow. Towards the top, where that red area is, on the inside, you see almost like a pulsing or beating membrane that connects along the inner side of like the head, almost like cords, like wires, all the way down towards just behind the face, which is like a weird bulbous disfigured sphere that pulses.
So basically, on its head, and then also just behind its face, there are these weird pulsating spheres. Basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright. Zenith's gonna crawl inside. And I'm gonna try to go to the one that's just behind its face, specifically. And she's just, like, I don't know what to roll for this, or if this is gonna deal damage, or what it's gonna do. I have no idea. I just want to try to tear that shit open. Now, I don't know if she can do that with her bare hands, or if she needs to, like, explode or burn it open or something like that. But I want to just start hitting this thing on the inside.
Yeah, give me a roll.
Let's see you protect yourself from this, huh? And, alright, I'm just gonna make a neutral roll for now, an exploratory roll, if you will.
Okay.
Donovan just sees Zenith crawl into it like, what the fuck is she doing?
Like, Drake.
Where's the door hole?
Drake, where's the boss? Drake, you sound confused, and I'm very sorry, but, like, your stuff inside their heads, I don't know what else to do right now.
Yeah, no, I think that's very interesting. Donovan, you didn't say anything, you just went in as what, for Donovan's perspective is the thing.
It's...
From inside the head, muffled, you hear, like, I'm trying to get inside its brain or something.
As you approach it, it begins pulsating faster and faster and faster. And sort of like, well, I guess she like slides down the inside of the wall a little bit, because it's a pretty big head. And like steps foot on like the edges of it and goes to like pry it open. As she does that, she gets this sort of like innate danger sense and looks down and sort of sees like her foot. It is slowly climbing over her foot and trying to like pin her to the ground. And like your hands like barely touching it, you can see it sort of like stretching out almost like a web to engulf it. And I'll
None-
say, because you
none
rolled
of
high,
that,
you can
yeah.
choose to keep doing or, like, yeah, back off.
Alright, and instead, I'm gonna tell you what she's gonna do. She's gonna back off a bit, just to get away from it, trying to actively, Majin boo her, right? But she is then instead
Yeah.
going to just, like, breathe some fire on this thing.
Yeah.
I imagine what this
when
looks
you-
like is Donovan just sees flames coming from its eyes, and, like, the crack in its head.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, you breathe fire all over that thing. And it opens up its mouth and just lets out a hypersonic screech.
Uh-huh. Did that do damage? Like... It didn't like that very much, it seems. Like...
It didn't like that at all.
Alright, well, once for combat, that can be done as a free action. So, what is the status of the membrane behind its face now that she has done that? Like, is it burning? Is it, like, just, like, did it just take the hit and that was it, or...?
It is continuously burning and regrowing.
Oh. Fun. Anything funny going on the inside of that, or no?
It's...
You don't have to.
God, that's
you don't
such a
have
weird
to make.
interaction.
You don't have to make shit up for me. I'm just asking, just to make sure.
No, I'm not. I'm fucking flabbergasted. This is what Ballast does with me, where he activates a bunch of secret bullshit that shouldn't come up.
Oh no.
It's,
There's a big
the
crack in its
inside of
it.
it starts glowing inside it, like the inside. So, like, there's this outer membrane, right, that remains stagnant, but inside of that, it starts glowing and glowing and glowing and building up heat, until the point where it's emitting enough light where inside of it, you can see, like, a perfect, like, the perfect silhouette of, like, a perfectly round sphere, and inside of that, almost like, I guess, a fetus? Another humanoid-sized figure?
Okay. Now, a bunch of, like, heat is coming off of this thing, right? Like, the sphere with the fetus is surrounded by just, like, pure energy heat, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, Zenith is immune to fire and explosion damage, right? So, like, does it feel like, what does the heat feel like? Like, does it seem like oh, you're gonna get vaporized if you go in here, or is it something that she could resist in some way?
She could definitely resist it, but it is, like, slowly building up. You actually notice, sort of like the skin-tight barrier that's, like, glowing yellow I mentioned earlier with the other ones. The heat and smoke is not going through that, so it's all being contained inside the head, so the temperature is just, like, rising, and then rising, and rising, and it's slowly becoming, like, impossible to see because of the smoke.
Now, and just to be clear really quick, yeah? So this is all happening sort of on, like, the hollow, like, the back of its face sort of area, right? So, like, this fetus, as if you will, would be, like here-ish, like, right behind where its face is sort of deal?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, I have a plan. So, here's what she's gonna do, right? She's gonna, like, take a few steps back, and she's gonna try to Dragon Claw Rush, right? Now, specifically here, I'm aiming for the fetus, right? But I am explicitly not trying to, like, just annihilate it with explosions or whatever. She has the ability to transfer a lot of her stuff into just knockback, because, you know, explosions in anime just knock things away. They don't vaporize them, right? So, I'm gonna try to hit this thing so hard that it goes flying out of its face completely.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Let's see what it is.
Like, this is just what she would do. I'm gonna... Alright,
Yeah.
here we go.
Punch the meatball.
She's gonna try to kick the baby. She's gonna try to do a big hit and like blast this thing out of its
I'm
face.
telling
Let's
you,
see what
hurry
those
up and
attacks
let
are.
go of the baby.
Okay. Let me just do this.
20.
Yeah, I can make my 3d20 rolls as well if you want.
Yeah, give me the full attack.
Oh god!
Oh my god! let me.
I'm glad that I didn't stop doing this.
Hey, so real quick, right? So she's at 58 now, and she gets something.
Fucking Christ, that's insane.
Just very quickly before whatever is about to happen here resolves. I'm just gonna quickly post. This is a pretty minor upgrade, but she does get this.
Do they have a crit theme?
You know, did she? Fuck, I don't remember.
I don't remember if she does either.
I don't know. Just
see it in either of the crit folders.
you know what? Play Final Dragon's crit theme.
Where
that
is
what
or
that?
Cosmos.
Final Dragons is at the very bottom because I don't think I have it in a specific folder. It's either in that or one of my folders specific to me. It's just Susanoo too, if it's not labeled as anything.
Susanoo 2.
Yeah, and if this isn't
the
a thing, you can
very
spread Cosmos.
Bottom?
It's either in the very bottom
Yeah,
or in
you
that
can
one
do
folder that you've
Cosmos,
been looking
yeah.
for.
Cosmos.
I don't know what I'm doing, you guys, but like, does anything I'm doing sound unreasonable to anybody?
No, I
'Cause,
think
like,
it sounds perfectly fine. It's just funny. It's fun to
You
not
just
be the
rolled
one
2
on this
crits.
side of the insanity.
I haven't felt like I had this much power since I was in Everyone is John and I shot the final boss with a gun that can kill anything since it just died.
Oh man.
So let me do this really quick. Okay. As describing what you do in as accurately but as in as fewest words as possible to save the audience. Zenith walks up slowly to this thing, reels back both their hands, you know, like your Dragon Claw style, engulfed in flames. You begin to fucking attack rush it, punching it once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. And you notice, Donovan, there is just a perfect spherical indent being pushed out of its face, almost like rubber, stretching, like, I don't know, like plastic or rubber stretching over something.
Rubber and
like if
gum
you shove
even.
your hand through, yeah, rubber or gum, yeah. Like if you were to try to shove your hand through like fabric, like a soft, malleable, stretchy fabric, but as it continuously tries to like reform itself and stick it back self to normal, and it almost does it. You got that 12, you got that 20, and it's like, oh god, this sucks, but like I can do it. But then you roll another 20, and you kick the meatball out of its face, slamming forward onto the ground, still flaming like a meteor entering the Earth's atmosphere. You find all of that shit, like, if I had to describe it, it's like a heart. If a heart was perfectly spherical, and then had all of like the excess gooey, fleshy shit on the outside of it, sort of like a veil. Slaps onto the ground with a horrible, disgusting wet squelch, connected by like, I could only describe as, given how I described it before, like an umbilical cord that kind of drains into its neck. And as you do that, and like as it's pulled taut, you see like its heart and all of its other gooey business and metally business dangling underneath in its chest is pulled up into its throat.
Holy shit.
Ah,
That's fucking terrifying.
And it just starts fucking screeching.
That's how I feel about
Choking
this
on its
weird
own
tech
innards.
bullshit. Get out of here, Death Stranding.
there was a baby in there?
Literally, yes. There's another. There's.
Um,
There's. 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 It's like a brain thing too. I don't know if this is it still functioning.
It's still pulsating and beating and like burning. Here, I'll go draw where it is. Give me a D100.
Well, I need this.
Oh,
I
boy,
need
a
the main body. Can
D100.
it do much?
I mean, it's still screaming and stuff. I think because it's still got a connection to it, it's still effectively alive. It's just not really enjoying it.
Well, there's a man with a sword right there. But...
Iris, don't forget, Drake asked for a D100.
A D100? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
94.
What the fuck?
Oh, no. Oh. Okay.
I hope rolling high is good.
I assume it's that percentage chance for the ore effect for the reward. Oh wait, no, we're on hard, so which would be a 10%, which I would be wrong then. Oh.
Okay. Misty.
So can Misty smell this, or like, what's the situation with
there's
that?
yeah, she could definitely smell all this bullshit.
I mean, you could smell the fire, I just don't know if she could smell the flesh.
Misty would be able to smell the smoke and stuff, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck's happening behind me. I did want to use an anytime before my turn, though I think my plan may have changed. So I'm gonna try and use Feral Rampage on blue data, but like because I understand that this thing will fuck me over if it so much as detects me running a little bit too fast in the halls, I'm gonna try and like slow walk up until I reach the boundary and then go into the full run.
Yeah.
And not. It's
Unfortunately, you for flavor, you just sort of run up, not really noticing it at first, and just stop dead upon meeting it.
Okay, cool. Not gonna stop me though. So like.
Try to see if you can sever this thing's connection.
Is it connected by something? I can't really.
Yeah,
wave
You
down
smell,
in front of
do you
face.
smell the green-haired guy?
Yes, Donovan.
Right just to the left of him, yep.
I mean, yeah, considering it is on fire, I assume that, like, the flesh tendril that's connected is also on fire, and you could, like, smell the trail.
Yeah.
So I'll just casually maneuver the hound under this blue data real quick, right?
Like,
Now-
if we unplug it, then, like...
I don't think I'm gonna eat this thing, because I don't want to fucking think about that. But what I will do, right? I'm gonna use my bonus action to use blood puppies. Alright, well... she at least gets 4 worms, but effectively, because both of her hounds and herself are adjacent to them, the 4 small puppies just go in there and are just crunching.
I mean, it is on fire. I don't know if the blood puppies are really prepared for that.
Well, I mean, it's the thing of the hounds are putting them inside. I don't know.
Yeah, no, but, like, from what we know, this flesh sack is hard to pierce into, is the thing. So it's a question for if she, like, thinks it works or not.
Would they die from the fire at all?
Yeah, no, what Roche is trying to say is that they're trying to inject the things into it, and so if it does, then they wouldn't really have to worry about the fire. So it's a question on if that's how that works or not.
What happens pretty much is the blood puppies like file onto it and are almost like immediately covered and like absorbed in the mass. You don't know if they're doing anything.
Cool. You know what?
You still have your attack.
Yeah, that was my bonus action. I did roll like a 4, so like whatever, that's cool. Misty's just gonna like, let's say, thrill of the hunt. And effectively, she's just gonna fucking pull on it.
Oh no.
Yeah, yank all this shit out of him. Yank it all out of him.
And I am doing advantage with it. We're just We're just gonna, like, fucking yank this thing with the strength of a very angry dog. Alright, or I'll fucking fail, I guess.
The dog in question is a wiener dog.
No!
Well,
I
I
mean,
think
You
you'll
do
find
tug on it a
the
little
dog
bit.
in question is over here.
Misty's having a little bit of trouble.
Oh yeah, you're sure in
Do you-
frenzy now, aren't
do
you?
you help me, Donovan?
I mean, I already used that on Red's turn.
Well, it's been your turn
Alright.
since.
Has it?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
after me.
Red's turn's before yours.
Oh, right. I mean,
Yeah, I always forget that. too,
Pat's
but-
the hound.
alright, so what so you're trying to just... What are you trying to do?
Misty was just,
pull
like,
this
grabbing
shit out
onto
of
it and trying
Yeah.
to fucking, like, yank it. Maybe, like, slam
Pull-
it
she-
onto the ground
She's
a
just-
little bit.
She's essentially pulling his organs out of his body. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really have a good advice for this, but pull harder. I'd assume that the reroll has like a minus or something, considering. But, you know.
I still have advantage, so...
I mean,
you know.
I-
He has to give you a pat on the back.
No, I
specifically.
mean, if this rolls
Yeah, but-
lower, then it will count the 6, probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Eh.
There we go.
Yeah, you give it a good old Yankee Doodle Dandy. It especially doesn't like that and screeches a little harder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if it's just gonna scream... No, I won't use Blood Titan, not yet.
Alright.
But does the yanking and perhaps slamming do
Right!
seem to... I guess it seems to piss it off, but like...
Alright, so your turn then?
Yeah,
Well, we're wondering what that did to him.
Twig.
I said it doesn't like it. It screeches.
Yeah.
Alright. That's
Yeah.
Misty then.
Okay. Well, it's Enev's turn. Something I've been forgetting for a while, is that Enev heals slightly. I've forgotten that until now. For Drake, considering it's been a few rounds, do you think Enev would be able to maybe negate, like, 1 or 2 of their extra increased stamina costs? Due to,
Sure.
Evolving Dam. Okay, that's good, because I'm gonna try and do something dumb. Now, it's probably not going to work very well because of this darn anti-movement force field.
I mean, it's more like an
may as well try.
anti-velocity force field, so as long as you start within it, it's fine.
I was trying to send something out of it.
Oh, that's a... We haven't seen what happens when you move, when you have something leave it. That's a good question.
That should I risk it,
So what are you...
or should I
What
try
are you
to?
trying?
I am trying to deal as much damage to it as possible,
To...
and then send
Which one? Green or
heart?
blue? Oh, the heart? Okay.
the heart, and then try to launch it so far it yanks the rest of its organs out.
I think that sounds like a good idea.
The question is, do I risk the force field stopping that, or
The thing
do
is,
I?
the thing is, you're starting in the force field, so like, because these are both happening inside. So as long as you're not, as long as you're just trying to move it this way, I think you're fine.
All right. Well, I'm about to eat a lot of stamina cost then. Wild slot in. I'm gonna try and get yes and to grab Zenith's passive.
Oh boy.
Oh, that was almost a shame.
Well, this just allows them to get an action, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try and now use the action. This is why I asked if I had adapted at all. That's a single digit.
You almost crit. I like
It's an
this
8 ball.
result better.
Drake, if it works.
Yeah, that works.
Okay, so I have explosion. I need to get close enough. Venny's gonna move over to
You want
here.
Yeah, here it is.
Thank you. That will be relevant. 1, 2, 3, 5. I'll take fire damage.
It's 2
Oh
specifically.
wait, no. Oh wait, no. I have immunity because of that.
Oh yeah, no. And explicitly, it's not your fire, so you'd heal for 1 actually.
Hooray!
Isn't that part of a talent?
Oh wait, yeah, no.
That-
The talent is the
you're right.
healing. Sorry, yeah, that's
I'll
my
take that
fault.
away. Then, because I'm trying to combo this as much as possible, one of my passives, strike between 2, gives me a funny shadow. Let me grab the funny buddy. Here he is. Now I'm gonna start with Venny and the shadow are each gonna attack the heart, specifically trying to keep their weapons in it as much as possible.
Yep,
Is
yep.
that alright? First, Venny, because it's not so good.
Yep. It still doesn't like that. It's still like you get a reaction out of it, just not that big of a reaction.
Okay, so it gets a little bit in. Now my headphones died. Sorry about the sound change. My shadow is just gonna stab it with a spear.
Yep, same as before.
Okay, so now both those. Now I'm going to attempt to use. I believe the basic attack is the windmill strike, which deals 3 damage in a 2x3. So I apologize, Hound.
I mean, you could make the 2x3 this 2x3.
Oh, you're right. Actually no. Is that possible, Zenith?
Was what possible? Sorry.
Could you make your
your
2x3 vertical as opposed to horizontal?
Yeah, she can choose.
Okay, yeah, then yeah, I'll make it like that. And then, so I'm gonna roll for that, and then I'm gonna immediately tack on a anytime real quick. But first, I need this to work. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, so that deals the 3 damage and sends it to the edge of its thing. If I pay the extra 2 to make it explode, that should send it even further for more knockback. And then if I do folding space to increase the velocity at which it is launched, I hope I can just
I think the
send it
bonus
to the
action is
stratosphere.
rolled, isn't it?
Sorry, what?
Is Zenith's bonus action thing rolled, or is it just a thing that happens?
It's rolled. I'm pretty
Right.
sure.
I'll do that. That will fail. Spend it. And then we'll just try to finish it with
Space.
folding space to just increase the space between myself and the heart.
Ooh.
Okie doke. So that does work. You do hit it and you knock it back, but you notice, as you knock it back like farther, like stepping up the velocity like several times, because it's going so fast, a lot faster than everything else, when it touches the edge of the barrier, it just instantly sort of stops. It doesn't like decelerate. No, it like instantly stops.
So it happens either going in or going out. That's interesting.
That got ruined.
And
That.
you would also notice that the faster it is, the more effective it seems to be.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so it's still in that spot, right?
Does it seem like
Yeah.
it has any weird recoil from moving at that? Because like, it didn't even decelerate at that time. It just literally immediately stopped. Does that like?
Oh,
Yeah.
Inertia
yeah.
fucking sucks, dude.
the humanoid shape inside is shaken around like a ragdoll, and you see a few like would-be limbs snapped in places they shouldn't be.
Oh Jesus Christ, that's
Oofta.
fucking terrifying.
That
You know what? Even if she's in frenzy, I'm adding 2 frenzy for that.
Enev, I am goo, and now so are you.
Listen, I'll be honest, I'm just glad it's still in this spot. This means I could do my dumbass plan.
Yeah.
No, actually, I'm gonna have
that happened.
Never have kids.
This will happen.
I'm gonna end my turn after that. My shadow goes away, and Eneb is hurting a lot.
So red.
Alright. So Red's in frenzy, right?
Right.
Which means the wolf is out. And just for Drake's sake, I get at least 1 turn free, but any round after this, you can ask me to roll for control of the wolf, or just take control of yourself to be able to just do what it does.
See.
But I get 1 for free always. And if Red is knocked out, then I get control again. Although to be fair, that 1 passive kind of makes that weird. Anyway, point is, Wolf, he's out. He's pretty happy about that. I'm gonna use Asylum Allies as a free action first.
Hello, Wolf, enjoying the ambush.
Damn, that's a 4. Can't do anything about that. And I can't be helped by allies either, because I'm in frenzy. That is a 2 cost, that's fine. You know... yeah, you know what? That's fine. That doesn't really affect my plan too much. Wolf is yeah, Wolf is gonna use Split Wolf, and if I roll well, hopefully I'll get to take an action with them.
That's a 19.
Alright, it's a 19. And it's only a 1 cost. Fantastic. So basically, I get 3 wolves. Here's what this is. So they take stamina cost at the same rate, but damage is separate. Right?
Gotcha.
They deal less damage, but I assume with the 19 I get my additional ability, action, and movement.
You do, yeah.
Alright, sick. So, you know, the wolves are just
It'd
gonna...
be really funny if we were just totally barking up the wrong tree and not really and we actually just needed to damage these guys.
Well, I mean, that's bad, but it's gonna take care of that, don't worry about it. Anyway, because I don't know how big this thing is exactly, it's kind of weird, and everyone's, like, crowding around. Wolf is kind of weird and malleable, so it's gonna stand in this spot. I don't know what sort of, I don't know what this is classified as, but, I'm gonna eat the baby.
Okie dokie.
If they are a summon or summon equivalent, they are devoured whole, gone, erased.
I don't think it's a summon, I think it's a battery.
Yeah, if not, then, he spits out. And then, deals damage.
But
like, this deals
so
damage
what
anyway.
would pretty much happen is that, like, because as they go to, like, chomp down and devour it, almost like quicksand, you know, like, as I've been mentioning, it sort of, like, goes to cover over them and, like, cover their maw weirdly, but I assume it's, like, a weird dimensional effect or something.
Yeah,
Or
it's
they just
kinda...
actually, like, unhinge maw.
Yeah, no, it doesn't matter what size this thing is, like, Wolf can just consume.
Yeah. In that case, it'd be spit out.
Alright. In that case, it is going to spit it out into this thing right here to deal damage to both of them.
Yep.
And then...
I hope I didn't ruin this, Drake. That just seemed like the right thing to do.
You're fine.
And then, this wolf here, because he gets a basic attack, this is slightly weaker than what it says, but this wolf is going to basic attack blue data.
Damn, Penny, you're on a fucking roll. That's 3 17s in a row.
Yeah.
Which isn't a werewolf apartment, but, like, they're here anyway.
Wolf. Yeah. Alright, so that would just be attacking that guy. And then Red herself, she's in Angie mode.
Oh my.
So she's gonna attack this guy, who still has all of the stuff in it. My frenzy version of my basic attack is now in effect.
God, this thing's gonna have a shit kicked in.
Versus that, +1 Thorn, and Achilles effects. So that is an unnatural 20.
Unnatural
That is-
22.
Oh yeah, unnatural 22 actually, yeah.
Oh wait, no, because you can't be boosted. I don't.
Oh yeah, no, I can't be
never
assisted,
mind.
so yeah. It's an unnatural 20. Dealing 8
Doki.
damage +2 +4. So 14 damage, I think, because of Achilles, and giving it +4 damage, +2 damage from the thorns, and then +2 damage from large tile, and
Okay.
6 base.
That is actually enough to just... Let me go find this other one.
It's gonna hatch, guys.
She doesn't care what
As
she's
its
hitting it, by the
field
way.
dissipates, and its
Destruction
expression does
basically
change to one.
afterbirth.
Yeah, its expression changes to one of fear, because as mentioned in the thing, these cannot be defeated, but they may run away. It is at this point where it sees you, and it sees your fury, your frenzy, your absolutely savage attack, and it grows fearful of you, and is going to just zoop all the way to the main body and crawl in through the mouth and disappear.
Zenith sees it like,
Oh,
oh fuck.
Hey, what's up?
That does not actually stop it. Unfortunately.
Alright, well, I'll still roll my things, because I get to do that.
Nah.
Now,
It sort of
Unless you
dissipates
wanted to
into
say I
data
don't
and
use
just
it.
passes through it. Yeah, you can not use it if you want.
Alright. I'd prefer that. I can save my stamina.
Yep.
Because I can't get my reduced cost anymore. That is my turn,
And,
but this wolf has already acted.
In Zenith, as it crawls in through the mouth, what you would see is pretty much another one of those things being born. One of the gooey sacks that just sort of melts down.
Oh, so wait. That head is turning into another sack inside of this thing?
Yes.
Oh, fuck that.
There, it's a,
Guys, it's like
And-
making another one in here.
so my turn then.
Yeah, I ended my
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah.
Alright, Donovan is going to, at least for the moment, sheath Atlas. Alright, so he looks down at the thing. Alright, let's cut the umbilical cord, he says, pulling out Hades, and he's gonna just try to swipe through the length of flesh above him.
Flesh.
God damn it, Donovan! Jesus Christ!
I'm not going to penalize you for this because there's something worse you can do on a 1.
Mm-hmm.
As you miss your strike, you're gonna take a step forward and maybe step on like a fleshy bit, and your strike goes wide, and you dig it through the fleshy membrane of the fetus sac, and pierce the fetus, before ripping your sword out. Give me a D100.
Sure, buddy. 23.
Unfortunate. You're good.
Uh-huh.
Oh boy. I don't like that.
He'll look at the sword. What's it looking like? What kind of coating is on it now?
The same fleshy sort of membrane is trying to spread itself thin across the entire blade and then down your arm. But it's very slowly because it's a tiny amount. So you're good.
Donovan just kind of looks at it. Nice try, but not good enough. Just considering, I'm posting this But it's more like I'm just posting this because, you know, this is this sword, and it's a Eidolon class. There's just a dragon inside it. I'd assume, like, it's like, no, fuck this. Burns the flesh off of itself.
That's fair.
He doesn't like that.
Yeah. God. So that was my main action, I fucking guess. God, what the fuck am I gonna do? So let me double check how the fuck do I have to successfully use Hades for it to be appeased, or do I have to? Okay, so
You just have to
use it. Okay, I wasn't sure. Yeah, okay, it says use. I don't know if it means use properly or not. All right.
Yeah, no, you just need to attempt.
Okay, well, I'll just fucking take a move action, I guess. That's my turn.
Alright. So it's been a bit. Alright, guys. It's been a bit since it's hit my turn, and a lot has happened since my last turn. So...
Yeah.
Kazuma would just sort of look out to everyone. Do we want me to try and handle this baby that's fallen out, or should I help you, Zenith?
Whichever works. I'll keep trying to wreck this thing from the inside, but I don't know what kind of people are inside these, but I don't want to hurt them if possible.
Alright. God, what the fuck am I gonna do? Because I could try and move over to it if I wanted to help Zenny. God, what the fuck do I even...
I don't know. This is a really weird situation, man.
Yeah. Okay. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm going to...
My gut instinct would be to continue to trying to cut this thing off of him, but, like, I don't know.
Yeah. So, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start off by using I like 'em big, I like 'em chunky to move over to fragmented data and attempt to go for a push on them. So, let me do that. Rolled twice and both were, well, first one was a nat 1. So, nope.
I see Zenith has stolen
Yeah,
all of
because
the
you're like,
Yeah, sorry.
we'll say because you're on like the edge of the barrier, you're sort of like, you forget to sort of pop your head inside and like rush forward and just bang yourself pretty hard on the outer edge, but you're fine.
Alright. Well, looks like it's gonna be a bit harder to get there than I thought.
I'm trying to get over there, but I'm dummy
But I'm
thick.
dummy thick, and the clap of this barrier keeps keeping me out. Well, if that's the case, if we're just trying to detach it, 1, 2, 3, 4, the cord is like there, right?
It's more like
Yeah.
It's like right here-ish, yeah.
Okay, this is a little funky. And at this point, I mean, I might as well just show this off because, yeah. But I'm gonna try and go for the Girthquake to try and stomp down on this cord and just smash it. Tear it out. On either end here. There we go. It rolled twice again. The first one was a 16.
This is the equivalent of all of your, like, insides being pulled out through your face.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing to this thing.
Egyptian style.
Let's see. You stomp on it, and the vibration of your attack sort of resonates with the cord and sort of like runs itself along both ways until it starts like jittering, and you hear like clanking and like a bunch of whirring sounds as like all of its insides, which were pulled into its throat, begin vibrating, as well as the sack. And as that happens, boop boop. The field dissipates. Its screeching comes to a stop. It sort of flickers and wanes, and Zenith, you're gonna fall through it. You're not gonna take any damage, but you're gonna fall through it. Just like woo down there, or like yeah, sure.
This is as like its fucking insides fall out, basically.
Yeah. It starts flickering. All of its like insides start filing back into place. It slurps back up the big baby sack, and kind of backs away and phases through the wall and disappears.
Oh.
No, let's get the little guy, guys.
Well,
I see.
Damn it! I guess whatever. I guess me stomping on it let it free it up a little.
What just happened?
No, it's fine. You just scared it off. Is all.
Where'd the sack go?
It left.
It
It
got
left.
sucked. It got sucked back into the main body.
Oh,
Now all
God
that's left
damn
is. Now all that's left
Left
is.
is the head next to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
All
I
right.
guess
We're
that's
gonna
me.
have to tell the people who run DBA about this when we get out.
Yeah. This is the strangest of these bounties I've heard of.
Yeah, I say normal.
There was that one with the Pandoras.
The who? All right, let's continue.
Yeah.
So blue.
Yeah,
data.
Cosmo would just sort of, stand there looking over to blue data, but that's about it. Yeah.
Well, it's in a pretty good position to do something pretty funky.
Uh-huh.
So it's going to first use an ability on itself. Yep. As it causes the field around it to quickly expand to cover all adjacent tiles, and then it's going to make it's going to start spinning rapidly and make that attack where it deals damage to everybody adjacent to it.
All right.
Hmm.
I assume you mean the weird steely flesh field is the one that it's expanding, right?
Yep.
All right.
Sorry for this, Enev. I'm just gonna try and feral rampage to bump. I know I won't be able to leave the area, but bump away from it. Yeah, so this would shove Enev out of the way, and my guys would be dragged along with me.
You fucking shoulder tackle Enev away.
So this is the one that
Step
does
into the fire.
5 damage, right? The sword
Let
swinging,
me go check.
knife tentacles or whatever the fuck.
I gotta go check in a second. It is only dealing 3 right now.
All right. Well, just with Hades is like, I think it's gotten a bit weaker since Big One ran away. He's just gonna use deflection again.
Yep. Does that work on energy?
That is a question for Zanza. I believe so.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, I guess not then.
Because there's an upgrade that lets it work on energy.
I see. In
Gotcha.
that case, yeah, no, I'd just let myself get hit by it then. In that case, since you'd say 3 in that case.
You're not gonna take the damage. You're just not gonna repel the energy effect.
Okay.
In that case. Sorry, I was eating. Now these things work on fear, right? Well, they can experience fear. It's already been established that. So this wolf right here is gonna use this. Well, shit, maybe not.
Let's see.
This basically-
you can do a little thing.
Yeah, well, the way this works is the entity I use it on chooses whether or not to move fully towards him or move away, canceling their actions depending on how afraid of him they are.
I see.
Yeah.
In that case, because it is spinning, it's not gonna see them, so it's not gonna work.
No, that's fine.
Okay,
It's only
so
3
Donovan, from you, it is going to take an arm. You're not going to take any damage.
Which arm?
One, you choose.
You know, because I find it funny, I want to see how it's gonna get fucked up by. I'm gonna say it's his right arm, which was holding Hades.
Hades is dropped to the ground. From the wolves, it's going to take some of their teeth.
Okay. They'll just come back, but yeah.
Alright.
I mean, yeah, that's fine then.
Oh, yeah.
And then from Zinni, it's not going to take anything.
I only
Can you even
asked.
hit Zenny from over there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, no. I think he meant Venny.
Oh, Venny, right.
Vinny, right? Vinny.
So,
sorry.
is it still
I can't
counted
speak
as
name.
being his arm or no? As a note.
It depends. Are you trying to do something funky?
It's just because very explicitly for Hades, it cannot be removed from his person specifically. Is why I thought it was an interesting interaction. Is why I chose that arm.
I guess it takes everything but your hand then.
What the fuck does that mean?
It just doesn't take the hand, so Hades drops to the ground in your hand.
Cool, I guess. Can I still feel the hand?
Stepped hand. Yes, you can. Obviously, you can't move it much, but you can still feel it and stuff.
Alright, cool.
Okay. Zenith.
Alright. Well, I did that, I guess. The fucked thing is there were more of those pods in there, but whatever. Alright, are we just gonna beat the shit out of this thing or what?
Yeah.
Seems like that's probably the best choice.
Probably.
Alright, got it. And with that, she sort of spreads her arms for a moment, and the wrist bracers around her wrists sort of shine, and she clangs them together. And I'm just gonna have her grow 2 more arms. And then let's see here. Yeah, I think we're just gonna run up and try to do just a simple basic attack on him because I don't want to spend too terribly much. And like if this has any buffs because of the extra arms, that's cool, but like not necessary. She's just gonna try to hit. It's a 7. Drake.
Oh, it's muted. I'm a dumbass. Yeah, you wail into it and see the cracks sort of expand.
Gotcha. And, she's gonna try to activate a secondary explosion as well, just to see if this one is hurt by it.
Yes, and it is in fact hurt by it.
Cool, how much damage is that gonna do to him? It's variable,
we'll say
just
3.
like, it's like just a secondary blast. 3? Okay. Alright. Assuming that does not knock him around, that will be her turn.
If you want, you did roll good enough. You could knock them somewhere.
I mean, everybody's kind of around him, so no need.
Gotcha. Misty.
Alright, so we're gonna switch into living weapon stance, which is just, effectively, while she has both hounds, she can use a bonus action at the start of her turn to just, spend 3 stamina from herself and her hounds, but effectively, she becomes really good DPS damage. So what we're gonna do is, just kind of like thrill of the hunt, fucking reach for some of the cracks in its head and just try to fucking rip the whole ass faceplate off. Just try to, like, you know, one hound tugs one direction, the other hound tugs the other direction to just fucking shatter it.
Okay.
Bip. 19.
It's not gonna last similar to when Cosmo did it, but you do briefly sort of shatter 2 places on its face and create openings.
That's cool. I have another action. So, she's just gonna, use... I guess, can she sense whatever... Or I guess she's heard that there's something inside her. So, effectively, with her second action, she's just gonna, like, try and use the living weapon stance variation of Forbidden Protocol. Also, I'll note that this does, like, 8 damage because of, you know, this stance, but Forbidden Protocol effectively lets her perform 3 basic attacks on 3 different targets within range. She's just gonna, like, try to, because she can't really tell where they are, aim for whatever's in here, and then also just keep trying to fucking maul this head. And then, you know, the third strike probably goes into nothing, but, you know, we'll see. These each have a +2, so it's a 10, a 6, and an 8.
Okay, those will... Well, except for the... I think Misty's one, right? That one won't hit, because I think she's out of range. But the other 2
Oh,
will
no,
get
no,
it.
no. These are all... These aren't... These are, like, she is just using her hounds to make those attacks.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, those are all get it, then. You notice... I don't have Donovan. You can give me another roll at this point.
Alright. God damn it, man!
You're... The only thing you really think of, it's like, wait, so this thing has defenses, right? Ah, it's on the tip of my tongue. I think this thing has weird defenses.
Uh-huh.
Then, we're going to try and use, Blood Titan, which is her, funny anytime that lets her do some crazy blood-bending nonsense, to just shoot a gout of blood in there and have it erupt into a massive spike ball. And she's gonna do that from her...
That's brutal.
her hound right there.
Yeah.
Alright, so that costs 3 from her and 3 from this hound, which would kill this hound. And then she's going to fucking use Feral Rampage to... Because I imagine the head's not looking good. She's just gonna fucking run in and kick the shit out of it to just shatter it.
Uh-huh.
Bap.
Yeah. You rush forward in a sort of like flying kick, and as you said, you kick the shit out of it. After shattering its face in 2 separate places, putting a spike ball in there, creating even more sort of openings. You leap forward, kicking the spear outside of its face. However, similarly to before, you do manage to push it enough to where it sort of flickers, feigns, and then goes to fucking fly away. And then, you know, disappears.
Do Kazuma
Combat is over.
and Donovan get their limbs back?
No.
It's fine.
But obviously that's not gonna...
Affect
Yeah, it's
the
not gonna
real
transfer
ones,
with
but
you.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah.
I see.
I imagine Misty just kind of like swings aimlessly a little bit. Swing, swing. Living weapon goes away. Did it dodge when I wasn't looking? When I wasn't...
It left.
Yeah, it ran away.
wolf tried to eat the hound, but immediately but immediately gets like dissipated and back into.
Donovan just picks up his hand in one hand, basically bites the hilt of the sword so that it doesn't freak out, and puts his hand in his pocket before resheathing the sword. Fucking weird.
Alright. I mean, that was a decent warm-up and all, but what the fuck?
That was certainly something. I mean, I know that the announcement on the board was a little bit weird in and of itself, but huh.
Yeah, well, you can bet I'll be asking about this, and letting my brother know about it, too. I'll let him know about that final dragon guy as well.
Didn't really serve as a very good learning experience.
Too prof, huh?
Yeah.
You alright there, miss? At Red? And you too, miss. At Misty.
Oh no, I'm good. Look, just regrows arm.
Ah, good. And you, Enev?
I'm doing a little okay. They've lost over half their health.
Buddy, just don't push yourself, alright?
You
Is
know,
that a
I'm
fourth
going for-
box?
Yeah, it's the mystery box. Percentage chance.
Percent chance
Oh,
to
do
win
we-
again?
To get a mystery effect.
Oh. I see.
Do you have to choose that instead of
Yeah,
the
it's or
reward?
specifically.
Yep.
What's the percentile again?
10%.
10? That's not high enough for me to give it a shot. But
I have to pick prof.
I'm just gonna wait a minute before I decide.
If you just wait like a minute, your decision might be a little easier.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Yeah.
Yo,
Red, you, sorry, go on.
funny friend Iris, I'm at 2 prof away from my last upgrade. I don't suppose I get any.
No.
As you're saying, Eris?
Yeah, unfortunately, no, Misty. Stannis was just gonna say, Red, you got somewhere to go, like, you did go kind of freaky there for a second.
Penny is dead.
She's typing.
I see.
She's muted right now. Well, while she answers that, you alright there too, big guy?
I'm fine. My leg still feels a little strange from earlier, but if anything, I'm just more curious and concerned about whatever just happened.
As a note, before we get too much further along,
Same here.
Red, since it's rather fitting, since Donovan couldn't notice jack shit and you saw a lot of fucked up shit. New passive, what big eyes and ears you have. Red is fairly perceptive, having gone through what she needed to go through to escape the asylum and live her life as she currently does. Any sound or visual-based perception check has advantage and a +5. Any other sort of sensing perception is just a +5.
Rather fitting.
So that's the profile in the process.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone else, that's what they're going with.
Yep.
Yeah. If anything, you could probably handle Dono's percentile now, because again, there's a...
Yeah, there's a little, just give us a minute.
So am I aiming for 90 plus or 10 minus, Drake? What are we going for here?
10 minus.
Alright, cool.
However,
Okay.
roll 3 of them.
Alright, 1. 2. 3. Fuck.
Unfortunate. Didn't
God
get it.
Fucking damn it. I'm not allowed to do anything. Anyway.
Yeah. Sorry for the hold up here. It's just, there's a thing.
No. Again, I don't want you to rush, man. It's all fine.
Yeah.
If anything, we can just be like, you know, people in here can head off if they need. But like, yeah.
Yeah. There's just one small little thing that just might be happening. That's just kind of a little bit important. Yeah, it would be with this brush that I'm doing this part. Ooh,
You know,
alright.
I don't think I've ever really been in the data chamber for after the fight's wrapped up for longer. I wonder what would happen if I, like, Misty takes a moment, steps off of the tile, attempts to pick the tile again.
Yeah, I imagine.
If only.
No buenas, but you know.
She's trying to pick up the proficiency tile.
Yo, Poco, you should borrow my talent that gives people rerolls and let me reroll my fucking D100.
I was gonna borrow that, but then Misty did the cool finisher.
Yeah.
The things I got were Bigger They Are, Harder They Fall, a Silence Measures, Achilles Falling Space, Windmill, and Fists of Destruction. I'm leaning towards Achilles just because it's a good anti-defense, but
See, the thing is, you're doing that, Roche, but how would Misty even know it's there? It's just a floor tile. She can't see or smell that.
I mean, you know, that's fair. I get the idea that there's, like, some sort of, like, indicator that they're there.
Yeah, it's a floor tile. That's the indicator.
Well, if that's the case, she just wouldn't be able to pick combat rewards.
This is more of a minor thing. But very particularly the tiles would have appeared with, like, the similar sort of fragmentation.
Oh god, this is a little funky here, but my apologies on the holdup.
No, dude. Again, I really don't want you to feel pressured.
You know, I'm just curious to see if I had gotten a fourth roll. Nope, even further outside the range. God damn, dude.
even further beyond.
Are you liking how it's turning out, Austin?
Yeah.
I see.
No, I mean I do. I'm liking it.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
Poco. Poco, you can't just do that. You can't just continually prove how high your rolls are. You can't.
But that's a critical fail.
I know, but still, it's 100 on D100.
You crit twice.
That's fair.
That is
either-
technically harder to do than roll a 100.
Oh,
Rose.
What happened with
You
Roche?
would have gotten
Roche
it.
was doing test
rolled a
rolls
one.
as well and got a 1.
I see.
Oh, I might as well try.
We already know you can't roll
Those are all
ones. It's
bad.
impossible for you, Iris.
Wow,
Poco!
I can't believe Iris rolled a 263. The goal was like a 10 or below.
Yeah. Poco, I can't believe you were just like, oh, well, don't worry, I'll just adjust my luck and just roll the 1 on it.
I'll be honest, I would have gone for the tile if I wasn't forced into stamina. I mean, prof.
Alright.
Yeah, you know. Alright, one more second here. And this should.
So, Donovan. Are you all doing all right?
I mean, yeah.
That's fair. I was just asking because of the dragon guy, I guess, coming around or whatever.
Does that upset me? Yes. Does that mean I'm going to be depressed or some shit? No. I just have to get more serious with my training again. That's all that means.
She nods, kinda. I didn't mean to, like, think, you know, it would make you think that I thought it would make you, like, sad or whatever. I was just, like, wondering if you were planning on going and doing something, because, you know, I'd be willing to help.
The problem is that I don't have information. I can't make a plan. The guy's a fucking mystery.
Well, you know, kind of perks up. I can tell you at least that there's more than one epithet in play.
I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Something about the final dragon does have an epithet, but there's at least two more in play regarding, like, his, like, the symbol thing.
Sorry.
Like, I was able to study at least a symbol I was able to find. Sweats. And it had traces of 3 epithets, his own and 2 others. I don't know what they are, but there's something funky going on.
Really, Drake? That's the LP you're going for?
With the comment of what?
Don't worry about it.
With the comment of, like, 3 epithets in play, Misty looks a little bit skeeved out.
I'm kind of hoping
Aura
that
intensifies.
I'm kind of hoping that when I go, like, to this fight, I might be able to get at least a little more information.
Well, I don't know how you want to handle it, but the thing is done now. So
Yeah, I'm very ready to show this off, and thank you again for drawing it at relatively at the last minute.
yeah, you know.
But
But,
as long as you had fun,
Oh yeah.
because she looks super good.
So yeah, I don't know if we want to do funny class up music if you have it how you have it set, but
Yeah, no, let's do it.
Where is
It's in
that?
songs for every
Here it is.
session.
yeah.
I think so basically while everybody's talking, Zenith sort of is like she's still coming down off of the fight, the battle fury, and she feels power welling up inside her, and she sort of like gets a big grin on her face. Yes, finally I can be class 2 just like Cosmo is. Finally I'm gonna... Well, wait, your face falls. I'm classing up from kicking a baby. You know what, I don't care, and she smiles again. Hell yeah, let's do this.
There we go.
Here she be.
Where? What?
Where?
Oh, were you... I thought you were gonna put it down.
I mean I could switch to
fuck.
GM mode. I didn't realize that.
Oh no, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm so used to Austin just like being in control that I forgot that he was just a player in this.
Yeah, nah. I mean, if you want me to, I could swap in right now.
Where's
or I
the
could do it,
swooshy
whichever.
light noise?
What?
I'm swapping
You know,
back in now, but
All right.
I don't know. There's like a sound for when class up happens. I mean, that sounds like what's going on. I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. While I'm loading back in, I don't know if there's anything in particular you want to flavor the funny gold light like we tend to do.
I think the funny gold light just looks in particular like a pillar of flame this time as she gets her new look.
Yeah. Come Come on, roll 20. I believe in you. I believe in you. Come on. Alright. This is the DBA database organization map. I need to be on the data chamber.
I'll take care of her token stuff at the very least.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll also rejoin as soon as it's revealed.
Yeah. Alright. We should be uploading to the GM layer, hopefully. Come on. There we go. Cool. We got this shit. Let me just mark
Taking
it
a while.
here. It sure is, ain't it?
It's like fucking Broly's transformation. It's just taking so long. It's just like fire going everywhere.
Yeah. Well,
I hate that I can't see how cool this looks.
here we go. Properly now this time. Oh, come on. Here we go. How is this even
Did
working?
she get logged
Okay.
out or something?
There we go.
Oh!
There she is. Look at her.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. She flexes.
Yeah. There we go. And with that, we can officially call it quits. Sorry that took a little longer than
No,
needed,
it wasn't your
but-
fault, man. She looks really cool, and I love her a lot.
Alright, there we go. So hey guys, you're new around here.
She's back to normal now.
Yeah. If you guys are new around here and you're enjoying yourself, and you want to know when, where, how, why you can catch more of this shit, make sure to join our funky Discord server. By nighting! Ah! There it is. And with that out of the way, thank you all for watching as always. Thank you to the fellow players for playing. And thank you, of course, to Drake for running this.
And everybody
And with
thank
that-
Austin for drawing the good icon.
What? Say goodbye to chat, everyone.
I don't know if I should be. Yeah, goodbye to chat.
Goodbye to chat, everyone.